watching, and I think the important factor here is as well, looking back at those initial 2 games of Vitality were playing, especially coming into this one, the lack of pistol round wins. I think they converted 1 out of the, what, I think 1, 2, 3,
I mean, even
4.
so it's
3
and 9 on pistols is...
and it's not been good. It's been rough starts. Yes, they've converted a couple of second rounds, but they have been on the back foot from the very word go. And for BBL, I think it's just trying to figure out who they are in this, I don't want to say new meta, but certainly the new look of Valorant.
Especially here, I mean, Durka's got a good read on the situation here. Paranoia sent through, caught by the stun, but BBL can't close the distance fast enough here. Vitality still effectively in the buy phase. They have to now re-explore back out towards Rubble. Durka with a Sheriff in hand. Sayonara as well, so a chance to do some damage here on first contact. Lover's Rock actually tagged here by the reveal.
Okay, and again, something that was continually repeated in the comms video they put out and that we even heard on stream as well in their previous affair for Vitality was Pal saying comms, confidence, you know, start talking to each other, be, you know, listening actively to what's going on. So I do want to see that resonating here as best we can, obviously, from that external perspective. But for BBL, it's trying to find their footing. We've seen that they can do it. We've seen it very recently what they can achieve. Obviously not translated in the last couple of games. However, down to 25 seconds, what a very different tempo this is. Very
cautious and disciplined approach here. You can see, we obviously had a big discussion around these pistols. Yampi will be rewarded for his patience. It's elsewhere now. You see Larocque going forward, trying to dig him out of that spot.
Yeah, let's have a little wait and see where that threat really starts to instigate from Creven, trying to set things in motion, does well, but the trade comes out towards 44, so it gives room and time for Durka to turn. And the big boys have had a round there, a pistol for Vitality, something that was drastically missing in their last couple of games.
See, very, very conscious that BBL maybe we're going to play this a little more aggressively.
Yeah.
In controlling the space really well here. Again, it's not necessarily for me how I want to see Vitality play in terms of just, I guess, damage mitigation and risk mitigation, but again, whether or not BBL can tap into that, because they are a team that can certainly capitalize on that.
Gotta go.
I'm going to probe out towards Rubble here. Sayonara,
there.
The front here, rifle in hand. See, well invested outside of Chronicle here, down on a Ghost. Durka on a Bucky. Bit of a distance to close here if he wants to do some damage.
I don't think he's got it in him to be able to even gap close that, though,
no.
Sadly. It's but they've noted quite a bit of presence and a real, I want to say, obvious posturing almost, so they are taking the right call here, so Creven's got to be...
Chronicle's so close to hitting that snap, by the way.
It felt like it, right? Like, I paused for a second, but already falling back towards site. It's a long rotation over here, caught by the seas, noted, spammed. Clear work from Vitality. It feels like they've kind of had their marching orders drilled in today. There is limited room for error at this point if they want playoffs here and now.
That's obviously the thing to consider. I was just talking about BBL being a team to capitalize on that slower pace. Vitality adopt this approach and have a clean start here. I mean, I heard Yampi alluding to it in the interview. Yeah, a lot of maps we just start from behind, constantly in recovery mode, playing at disadvantages. Even touching on Vitality having the lowest 5v4 conversion rate. It's the other side of that equation that's very concerning. Durka looking to maybe farm up some ult progress here. Does know about Rose. The bait read perfectly here.
Nice.
Get a couple more consolations. There's Rock the last to find, and it's Yampi to clean up. An in-zone flawless here for round 2, Lauren.
This is good. It feels like, as said, there has been a conversation, and I think the reality has come clear for Vitality in, as said, their last couple of games. And the question mark then kind of gets flipped towards BBL's side of what can they do about it? Can they reignite some of that brilliance that took them to the heights of Santiago? But now it's a tough opponent to try and achieve that against. Even in the doldrums, even, you know, I don't want to say down and out, but certainly.
Play with a shotgun because it's just broken. It's fine.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean,
yeah.
So I had a chat with Durka the other day. It's just like, man, I'm hating what I have to do right now.
The thing is, Durka is just a horrifically talented player. You watch him play anything, he's annoyingly good at it. That's the fear with me.
He'll geek out on it for a few weeks. You'll see him just like binge queuing ranks, doing the same things over and over.
He's a gifted young man, but at this point, as said, you got to kind of play with what's popular and what's working. And well, I still see him with the Bucky, so why not? As it stands though, first roll purchase back in for BBL now. Still gonna be suffering with that Guardian with Loiter, but at least has the full shield. And this is a slower tempo from Vitality, Mike. This feels much different.
Like I said, you can see a conversation's been had. The fundamentals have been in question a few times. It's players stepping up, trying to be the hero, trying to almost be the superstar players of this super team. I think Powell's probably had to crack the whip a little bit. Durka find the first in here, but Larocque will find 2 responses.
Yeah, 3 bullets though isn't much to play with and put down on 13 HP. It's a limited success that you can take. Lovely lurk from Chronicle. B-site now open, there's options. I'm not fully aware where Lover's Rock is. You could potentially make an assumption on Creven, but now already going to note the wall.
Confirmation of 1, yeah. Creven the next to dig out. I don't think he's got a sound kill. Well, actually.
No, we're not doing that alone.
Still at least trying to create a little bit of misdirection.
10 seconds left.
We'll get the plant down eventually.
Very late to clear through that as well, but a little bit on a bit of a gamble almost.
I'm keeping my eye on the clock now in some of these rounds. That, again, here's a question mark about the second player, sure, but very down to the wire.
We've got a nice crossfire.
One enemy.
Yeah, that should hold. That should absolutely hold. Very hard to break with who was left alive. So it's fine. Obviously, I think my concern is always, it's fine when Fnatic do it because they have some really strong fundamentals. No, I know. No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. Why'd you call me out, man?
Lyingly.
Yeah, okay. I hate it too. No, but the problem is, at least with Fnatic, you know that they do have very good fundamentals to pull off those very late round pieces where they'll still be able to cross the T's and dot the I's. I get a bit scared when I see Vitality up to this.
I guess the other side of the conversation is has Quan on his feet in round 3, a bonus conversion, sure, something to get a little loud about.
Toxins going up.
See Yampy alluding to that sort of energy on stage once more. We need that bark counter from yesterday. Now that he is back in the building.
I haven't done it yet, but...
Well, now that Yampy's back in the building,
we got a +1. Perfect.
We're the passengers now.
Go.
Well, let's see what the Bucky looks like. Ooh, you are a lucky boy. Oh, your luck ran out. And
able to get onto that angle. Just 3 left for BBL here. 2 sheriffs in hand and Loiter an upgraded pistol at least. Just can't find anything over the top there. Prophet going to find another Durka to capitalize on this pressure, and it's only Loiter left. 5 standing here. Vitality we have to go through the motions, do a bit of housekeeping in terms of this first ult cycle. Still look really comfortable here. 5 left alive, Lauren.
Yeah, this just feels like they've been... Oh, that sucks. Prophet there just going to close out and is an in-zone flawless. This does just feel very... I don't want to say basic. Basic feels unfair. It's simplistic in approach, and it's working with Vitality. For BBL, an instantaneous timeout, and I don't blame them. It's been very one-sided.
I think the caveat to that being it's almost what I've wanted to see from Vitality, right? It's looked a little complacent. I don't want to say a little egotistical at times. Is it a calling direction? Is it a prep sort of perspective? That's you can't kind of pin down what it is that's gone wrong for them.
Yeah.
But certainly, I mean, if you get in here, Durka's still performing. I mean, Chronicles had some slower maps, some lesser numbers in terms of performance. But again, you know eventually he's going to get back to it.
He certainly will, but Durka this time does get denied, and nothing to really control these players taking opportunities early. A little bit of a look from Tree, and it's been rewarded early, but it's Vitality trying to pick up the pace here. Maybe the pace is the problem, but they're still going to try and stick it on this one. Masses of utility invested to clear the A site, going to allow for the plant, and BBL are going to have 5 strong though. Look at the lurk this time. Utility put into play. Kron couldn't quite get the timing. Starting to become a bit readable on that as Larocque looks back. There's now Vitality down to just 3.
And we're going to be able to slow things down here. Depends how actually get out the door here. Rowe's got to be careful as well on the other side.
They've got no safety, Mike. They've got no corner to play from. You can see it, feeling a little bit panicked. Yampy trying to make a real X-Factor play. Sayonara has done lovely work towards Loiter. Yampy could have done with that. Not got it. Sayonara, say goodbye. I'll do the job. Larocque's there. BBL, work it out well. Starting and ending strong.
First one here where they've had a clear advantage early on in the round. Durka picked off ahead of really any progress being made further forwards. Loiter, bold swing out of the door initially. but it pays off for him. He takes a little bit of investment here to secure, but almost fine with that. If BBL want to get the ball rolling, get themselves a little more competitive in some of these rounds. Larocque doing basically all the heavy lifting for BBL here in terms of numbers.
Well, I guess this is how you, I don't say problem solve it, but to maybe ease some of Durka's woes of trying to gap close on this, give them an operator if they're trying to get a little bit, you know, starting to pick away at it early. Doesn't land, but certainly going to see where Kreven's starting.
And almost have a good understanding of the formation here of BBL on the defense.
Retrieving flash.
Vitality still expecting aggression here. You can see Durka's operator impact again very high. He must sit quite high towards the top of the table in that regard. Again, I think that history certainly something to consider there alongside it. It's Vitality now. Another probe sent out towards C.
Interesting switch as well. It's Quan this time now on the operator and a missed shot from Lovers Rock. So a little bit of a switcheroo and again, just really testing across this map. What tools do they have to clear towards rubble now? Yampi's still got kit, but...
And Loiter's still got full belt.
Yeah, they're dry facing this. Okay, it's fine in the end, but I get a bit nervous with some of these. As Durka's going to find Loiter, obviously, and that means that Larocque has to fall away.
Yeah, just slip away onto the side. That Lovers Rock now gets onto an angle and we'll find Durka.
It's the right read as well. BBL figuring it out on the fly.
I mean, now they're walking into a Kreven setup
20
with
seconds.
A second player alongside him.
What's the game plan? This feels like a misread, a miscall,
Oh,
a
he missed
missed
as well.
utility. Yeah, you might have to cancel on this. What are you meant to do? Okay, I guess you got the TP. That's
10
fine. That
seconds
gets you there. Oh, and Yampi just outdoing Larocque, so the rest of the rotations are further away. Chronicle down low, but still able to deliver. 4 HP, more than enough for him. Kreven and Rose were the ones who had to hit that rotation towards C. It's a fake. It's a well-made fake. Maybe a little bit treacherous fake, but somehow they're in a 4v2.
I think as well here, Kreven and Rose opting towards a save. Hold on to this, still have decent money behind this. Lovers Rock going to struggle at 650, but one away from an ultimate. Certainly put BBL in a position to still contest the follow-up round. That's on the other side here, Chronicle and Sayonara with best progress in terms of their ultimates here.
Just saying quickly, I could hear Rose almost through my headphones. Now, we don't have the same headphones as them before the Reddit threads get made, but this man was talking. And you saw it a little bit on the cam then as well. He was clearly not happy with something that happened then. Potentially a moment of forgetting Prof Exalt in play. I certainly did for a moment, but again, I'm not paid to be in the server. So at this point, a little bit of an error in that regard.
I mean, even so, even if you forget the ult, it's like, even here at this point, you can't really fault it. Maybe a slight overpeak from Larocque. He's the anchor in the scenario, not traditionally in that role, but again, he's the one that can potentially, I believe the TP would have been open to an angle from heaven. I'd have to double check that back.
Not 100% sure, but
again, the kill comes through. Maybe that's the frustration with that, and just, I guess, criticizing the panic sort of decision being made.
I wonder if this becomes readable now, that kind of Loiter shouldering up on this, right? The second that Durka gets towards ult, they try and take towards rubble control. We know that Loiter is willing to fight, and Durka doesn't miss. Good trade from Lovers Rock, though. Not going unanswered this time, keeping it at a 4v4, and willing to get a little bold. They're going to post up the Rock deeper on A. They want to keep and maintain this space. Lovers Rock is behind that angle. So you're going to have to give that up. The temptation to push further forward has got to be beckoning towards Larocque.
Durka read the situation really well, but can't find that judge on the other side. Tries to spam blind through the smoke. Kreven, again, going to come under fire here. No fake this time around, and very different in terms of the timing on the clock. Vitality will pause for thought. You see the pings coming through now. Does have a second player in the form of Loiter.
Yeah.
No paranoia for him, though.
Yeah, I think having Larocque here...
Oh my God, the timing!
Oh, Loiter just slips and is actually going to get away scot-free. Vitality going to be feeling a little frustrated with that, I'm sure.
30 seconds
Because they still have to go with 28 seconds of the crosses being watched. Support system in play. They had no idea the security that Larocque gave them and the safety on the A side. Perfectly allowing this additional rotation, but Kron has alleviated some of that pressure. Toying on the plant, see if they can get another body dropped. But look at this creeping death. Larok.
10 seconds
Oh my
left.
God,
Yampy's done
Yampy,
so
that's a
well
shot.
to
And
bait
a
that
safe
out.
plant. A safe plant. I was a little bit
Spike
concerned.
planted.
They could have fallen foul to Larok there, but not to beat. Does he get an upgrade, or is he only with that pistol for now? Yampy.
player
Oh, it's a
standing.
brilliant round from
One
Yampy,
enemy
but he's going to
remaining.
need to do it all here. Loiter on 3 as well. Working cautiously, Loiter looking. He's got a good idea where he was, but Yampy could have repositioned, and Yampy's got the timer on his side. Loiter, desperate to find him. He's put it together. Well, Loiter with all 4. Magic from him, keeping BBL in that.
Crazy round. Yampy is just dancing with death, running this right down to the last 5 seconds. Again, goes for an open plant to try and bait out a peek here. Finds the kill.
God,
The
that
timing
timing.
on this smoke, though, is just heartbreaking for Vitality. There's Loiter to find 4.
Like Linkin Park once said, it doesn't even matter.
Okay. It does matter a lot.
That one does.
Yeah, it does.
That one.
Bigger
one.
picture-wise, this
But-
really matters.
I really like the singing, though.
Yes.
I like the singing. We'll see in the end if it really does matter or not. That is one round. We'll hark back to that. 2 to 5 as we go back through. Operator still in play for Lovers Rock. Now, again, they haven't quite identified that this Larok push-up is once again in position. It frees up rotations, it frees up these lines. They're now putting bodies behind much earlier. Now, Vitality are doing this quickly, though. Are they going to commit on this? Kreven trying to play on the wall. See if he can catch anything in and around that smoke. Oh, that's a big old ult. Gonna have
Good
to try
coverage
and
on it as well.
scale back towards that CT side. And Dirk is up for it. He's chomping at the bit. The C's goes in, but he doesn't overextend. Holds the line, allows that spike to be ferried through. And a 5v5 post plant looks like.
A switch of expectations here, a faster hit towards C, and looking to go forward with a nightfall.
That's huge. Do they push on it? Yeah, they do. Durka leading the pack. Rose falls. Yampy on the follow-up. Now where are the rest? This is a well-constructed plan, well executed, and surely a save. For Lovers Rock, that operator is prized possession here. And again, the ult usage, Mike, felt really solid.
Yeah, beautiful call to switch things up. Probably identifying Kreven is hard anchoring. He's maybe got one person a little disconnected in support, but beautiful execution in terms of the investment here. Again, a great catch from Sayonara. We're talking about whether or not the awareness was there of how quickly BBL were taking space elsewhere on the map. This is a great catch, and probably something that's going to force a big adjustment on the side of BBL. Probably keep them in check now. They don't have that safety net of just leaving Kreven on an island.
Yeah, and again, considering you had such a pushed-up player,
Mark 2.
for them to still win like this, it's got to be frustrating for BBL, because I imagine they felt they had the players able to rotate freely enough, but again, that ult stacking, that ult usage, the very heads-up work, maybe now even noting Larok on that flank again. But again, the buy, Mike, it's rough.
Rough.
That must have been Yampy.
Ults, yeah, I don't know why we've got his comms coming through.
Oh.
Ults to offset this, though. Lovers Rock and Kreven, I don't think we'll see the investment here unless they can create an advantage. Or at least a situation where it's worthwhile to try and convert. Durka, you see on the other side, trying to get onto an angle. Lovers Rock elsewhere, now in control of this extremity.
I like
Kreven
it.
switched up, and the sort of adjustment I was talking about. We see this trend to continue.
I'm out of here.
In some of the more traditional buy rounds.
This makes sense considering what they have, right? You can leave Lovers Rock to this
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
setup behind him. He's got a little bit of security in that fact. And then you can stack on the other side, but it's still risky when you know the buy. You've got Sheriffs here and there, Loiter trying to posture up. I think he's heard or seen something potentially. There's the paranoia and a perfect swing. Stunning for Rose. Oh, 3 and 4 for Rose. The 5th slightly disconnected, but making magic in those moments there. Perfectly played plan from BBL.
And it's a big round to win as well, where Vitality ultimately have not necessarily had freedom towards Rubble now to kind of shift that focus back
30
to this
seconds
side of the
left.
map. And BBL to win out so comfortably. Really sets the tone here for the next few rounds. I mean, Vitality already guaranteed 6 on the half. I don't think Chronicle's going to have much to say about this.
No, but I guess you can take away that the wall's gone here now, right? Because that's
10
now been
seconds
shifted
left.
a couple of rounds over towards C. Do we start maybe exploring this option
Well,
again?
yeah, again, even in the rounds where Krevin is anchoring towards C, he's had the wall. There's not been a, I mean, it's only been maybe a glance back through in transition. Whether or not Vitality read into that, you can see here though, BBL's understanding of where Chronicle's going to be and when on the back of the 4K from Rose. As soon as that happens, the thorns are popped. Somebody's not necessarily swinging onto that, but it just shows that they have a very solid understanding of what's going on. You find 4 here, there's no peak to follow that. They know where Chronicle's at.
Well, this is where it all gets them put under the lens, isn't it? Because we've seen the BBL starting to string together a bit of resilience to this. 3 rounds, yes, a little broken up.
Need a few more though.
Yeah, I'd love to see them actually in succession too. Really get those foundations in the right place. Early show of force for Krevin, but does get noted. But this round we are going to get a check-in with Vitality, and already Sayonara going to be feeling some pressure here. So it's be interesting to see how it's relayed. Where's he just snapped that from? Let's find out as we check in on those comms.
Down.
In the smoke.
Nice. Seized. He's seized. Secret seized. Pop it.
Spike down
Я
A.
пачку беру.
У меня на Б2.
It should be up on C, boys.
Я пачку
A
беру.
should be clear. It was 2 on B
Я тебе
and
иду
1 on
на.
C.
Да.
Could be A now though.
Короче, у них Вайза была на Б, я так понял, еще один секрет, да?
Да.
Raise was secret Kron.
Sorry, can I say something?
Operator, I mean, was holding me. Stairs.
Thirty seconds left.
Raise has full util.
Spike planted. My ult's ready.
1v3. Durka left to his own devices, spots out one, but he knows there's going to be more. There's nothing to be done in that regard. BBL, perfect play throughout this, Mike. I'm impressed with them.
Absolutely. Well, you see it, an early string of rounds for Vitality to bank on. That advantage all but stripped away now.
Quite interesting to hear the Kron and Durka happy to switch languages.
Yeah.
Actually. And I know that a couple of these teams, obviously with a couple of players from the same regions, able to kind of, speak in their own way, you end up hearing that actually live as it happens.
And here, Sayonara does really well. Actually find a kill in this situation. Trade out Loiter again, a little slippery to get inside that smoke, but punishes, causes a bit of panic in the comms as well.
Yeah, and to me, there was, just before that kill from Lovers Rock came in, you heard, I think it was Yampy in the comm saying, let me say something.
It's the last 2. Vitality have an ult for Sayonara and Durka to invest here on the other side of TP. In the hands of Loiter. Krevin now, again, switching up the setup. I was curious of when that was going to come, and look at the response on the other side of that towards Mound. Operator notes at least early here, don't get any value off that early pressure, but might just almost bait Vitality into a hit elsewhere that is well received. Either way towards A or B.
This is a really nice approach from BBL, proactive in those adjustments, as highlighted, leaving a lot of faith again in Lovers Rock, and until he's been really kind of pressured and pushed out, why wouldn't you? I think Rose is going to be fully aware of Profek's adjusted position. Maybe trying to imply there is going to be a rotation in towards C, but keep your eyes on the spike and where it heads towards. Lovers Rock is still here. Not a high-flying performance yet from him, knowing his highs, but solid. But now he waits. Smoke drop, and Chronicle is lucky to be alive. Falls back towards site, and he's getting hungry. This could be greedy. Lovers
so
Rock.
Careful.
A double peek here towards Mound. He's the only one on this C side of the map. And there's a very fine line between posturing and going too far. But Durka punished, and what a shot! Lovers Rock, you are quick with it. But Profek going to bulldoze towards site. The rest of the cross is going to be challenged though. Rose there, LaRock there. It has been torn asunder. BBL looking like they want to be back in the driving seat.
Durka is rifle in hand for so long here. And because they don't get a second peek, he's ready to hit the site. That's when he gets the swing from Lovers. You can just see it here. Nobody on the angle to help him. The timing is just insane.
It's a tilter as well, isn't it? 'Cause you're kind of hoping someone else might be there just in case on the pop.
He's got 3 teammates next to him.
Down, C.
That's, again,
Yeah.
one of the most frustrating ways to die. Just random timing, seemingly. This is Lovers Rock solo on the site as well.
Which, like, by all rights, he shouldn't be doing that. But, hey, you've got 3 players there. If he's going to, surely one of the other 2 might help you out. But let's see if he can rebound from this, because BBL starting to feel it in that rhythm.
Bring them down.
Ala goes in, but stalled out again. Ult prepared.
Yeah, Krevin was ready to let it rip there, just to slow things down, but Vitality at least take a pause for a moment. Good value here. Durka's got to pop the ult to offset that slightly. Krevin spotted as well.
Welcome to my world.
Pit to layer on top as well. Great coverage across site.
Yeah,
You don't want a showstopper in the center there.
Yeah, there it goes, and it finds connection. BBL have just absolutely slipped into the rhythm of this. Reading this too easily, Durka depended on, and how much can one man do? Not enough. BBL dragging this one back.
Goes to 6-6. Just insane resurgence from BBL here to tie things up when Vitality had so many early advantages.
And I wanted to hear more from Vitality, so if I'm not mistaken, we actually might have a little feature with Chronicle coming up.
Bring them down. One enemy.
In terms of super team allocations, it's very hard to answer on those things because I honestly don't consider us a super team in some...
The super team, because if you were winning, you probably wouldn't be that fussed.
No, I mean, yeah, if you're at top of the league, you'd be like, yeah, we are the super team.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, we are. Look at
of
us.
course. Like, look at the
us
names on the
go.
roster, man.
Yeah.
Like, easy. But yeah, it is what it is. But we dive back in second half now. BBL on the attacking side, Vitality on the defense. Look, we've already highlighted it. Vitality's pistols were woeful to this point. Actually did get the first. The scoreline would probably look quite different if they didn't. So again, keep that in mind for BBL. It would be lovely for them to get that under the belt and build themselves to the lead.
Chronicle here just fishing for info. Don't really get too much on the other side of that. Timing a util on the other side, Loiter will deal with it. No contact found here. Will be Durka, maybe just to catch a glimpse. It's just a crumb, really, for Vitality.
Shadows traveling.
See here, BBL still posturing forwards here, going to open the door towards Tree. No rotation coming through yet from Vitality.
They're seemingly happy just keeping 2. Profek already absconding from the site as well, so sitting pretty deep on this. Potentially just going to be trying to play this safe, potentially for a retake more than anything. A lot of kit still with BBL. You're looking at that paint shell. Profek's got to be careful to not get caught by this. Yeah, he's in a lot of danger. And he is marked. Gets himself down towards drop, but outdone by Larocque. Swing from Yampi, individual, but he still gets 1. No trades available yet. That's nice for Durka. Gives him maybe a foothold to play it back through, but the frenzy's still ready. Rose still there. And Krevin with the Sheriff, and Lovers Rock forced in. He's still got it. Felt like he had no right, but he still does. It's good work here from BBL, leaving Chronicle in a 1v2. Opting to clear as he goes, but I love what we're seeing on this walk-around site. Already with a bit of a check, and there's the spot. BBL, full control.
Again, just a little bit split in terms of the decision-making here. I mean, Profek, at that point, so if you're playing solo, there's no way you can get revealed. Again, forced into a TP out. He then tries to get a bit cheeky and drop back down to challenge.
But even Yampi then goes out of sync.
Yeah, I mean, he swings onto the spike, and because BBL are thinking, is there anyone here? And then they reveal Profek. It's like, yeah, they've got one person,
Weird.
and he's running for the hills. Like,
yeah.
Really tricky one for BBL to read, but unfortunately, it's just minimal resistance on the side of Vitality. Go back in here. Frugal purchase from BBL.
Yeah,
2
very
pistols
minimal.
into this,
That's
yeah.
risky. Can Krevin live? No, he gets overwhelmed, and as you noted, it's Frugal. So if they can take away another player, it's not the end of the world, but
I mean,
for
Lovers
Vitality...
Rock is already in their spawn.
Yes, he is. He's quite deep on this. So plants in, Lovers Rock. How many you got here? That's
Take it
1.
out.
And now they know there's an issue. That buys time precious seconds for BBL.
Yeah, everybody just hit shift there as soon as that kill comes through.
Profit should be able to clear a bit of this line if they 3-2-1 it. Just again, handled so easily. BBL fully aware by this point, pushed up a little bit deeper, not leaving Lovers Rock on an island really either, making sure that he's got support there. They play around it now. They've got that security of the plant behind them. Vakron and Sayonara is probably just hoping he can give it up to the spike.
I don't think they're going to be allowed to. You can see LaRock already going forwards here. Try and get something done. Sayonara will find a consolation, but just feeding into
synergy.
the other players here. Lovers Rock will be the one to find number 3.
Big ult progress too.
Yeah, yeah. Almost between him and LaRock, really. The ones that you want to see that progress to early on. Themselves in a position here with a frugal buy. Going to put them well situated, potentially, to convert number 3 here in the second half. Get at least rifles across the board, some light shields, sure, but it's about the only gaps to note. You can see LaRock's just 2 away from Showstopper. Lovers Rock just missing 3 here.
With an early lean, lovely paranoia. There's a swing. We've seen this one before, but Durka doesn't get the same reward that Rose got. It's Yampi to take down Lovers Rock, and now with the second attempt, it's good, it's solid. And yeah, this is just a shutdown. Vitality, right place, right time, good utility. For BBL, just shake it off.
Yeah, just hang around in the blender out towards the choke point here. And Loiter, unfortunately, left in a position now where he probably can't even pin down a kill. And it'll be Chronicle to find here. His knife in hand once this wall drops.
Ooh.
Actually,
All right,
that's
yeah.
fine, a headshot, yeah?
Fair enough, you get one of
Drops
those.
Chronicle.
Yeah, absolutely folded like a lawn chair. 8-7 though, okay, so the gap doesn't get extended too far. Bonus, no conversion, so again, the fact that they just doubled down on this after that paranoia landed, the stun then layered in. There was no way out of this.
BBL maybe just thinking this is some U2 invested to slow them down, but there are so many bodies behind it. Oh, Yampi alluded to it. He's desperately trying to get the energy up on stage. Trailing by 1 now, but operator in hand, yeah, for Lovers Rock.
That'd be a big punish if Yampi tries to take that space again, or anyone pushing up that far. Oh, you're lucky to be alive, but he gets caught on the back pedal. Yampi doing it himself. And now we're going to be hearing how BBL want to recover this. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to translate, but we're going to listen in anyway.
Dönüyorum. Kanka alt üst olur. Ona şey yapacağım, shoulder'la gidiyorum.
Kanka Bayezbol'un cebinde tutuyordu belki bu vant.
Beyler C'de bolu yok çocuğun. C gelsenize.
Ben bunu bir operatörle vurmaya çalışıyorum Eren olsun. Kanka sol kana bakıyorum.
Utku C'ye gireceğiz.
Volu var C'de, volu var C'de.
Alın alabiliyorsanız.
Hadi oğlum Utku.
C'de tek gibi kanka, C'de hiçbir şey yok.
C'ye.
Gelsenize.
Girelim multiyle gelsenize Utku.
Utku dönsene.
Adam Pro'lara
Hakan info verdi.
Eren olsun.
Adam
Backside'da
kaldım. C'ye gireceğiz. Gelin C'ye.
Ha. Burası retake gibiyse ulti basmak zorunda değilim.
Okey kan tamam. Adam kontak yürüyün o zaman yutulum yok.
Tamam. Gel pik diyor.
Ebis yapın.
Sağ kol atın.
Var. Neydi var ona?
Kanko. Görüm.
Kanka CT.
Tam sorun yok. CT'yi fatihseniz onunla. Alın CT'yi.
Giremiyoruz biz ya.
At var ona ya. Gel. Öldü.
Çık geri.
Nade attım.
Geri çıkın.
Çık. Bak bu botlar
Bomba atacaksınız beyler.
And the comms get hectic, and you can see why. Taking down Kron, but the site, there's a rotation or 2 already in. LaRock wants to go forward. Sayonara waiting, gets it, drops it. Loiter in the meantime did get Durka. It's a Sayonara show right now. There's Loiter soon to follow, and they start getting those steps back towards the site, leaving Rose in a 1v3. Sayonara set up to succeed and gets 4.
Really awkward reveal up top here for Rose to deal with, but again, in a position where he has to clutch out. There's a ton of bodies on the other side. Initially, a big win on the way in here, and I think as well, just hearing from the comms, just going through the motions, it's a checklist here. Baiting out the wall, waiting. You hear them discussing the rotation, but then looking for that utility on the way back in. I mean, avoiding the showstopper shot, I believe it gets a tag down to like 30 or 40 HP. But they are hungry for that kill to get ahead of that rotation. Fortunately now, BBL in a position where they're going to have to scrape together something here in round 17. We're tied up 8 apiece now.
Oh, it's a tempo change for sure. BBL directing approach and another challenge for Kron. He's been on the receiving end of a lot of these hits, and BBL looking to really not relent. Sayonara in a rotation. Yampi still not too far away. Cross is made. Con gets one. Swing from Sayonara. Lovely synergy as Chronicle allowed to devour this push coming his way. Keeps control of the site. Notes at least one of these last two players. Not sure if he knows about the second.
See, Paranoia sent through Sayonara to clean up this round. Vitality, an in-zone flawless. Headphones out. Tech pause. Yeah, there you go.
Caught it live. Caught it live. Nice work, observers. Good catch.
This is like the stuff that should be caught in some of these replays, but Sayonara here to clean up this round. Again, certainly some threat. Yeah, we didn't mute that one. That's because the headset came out.
Yeah, do you know what I'd really like, though? Some extension cables on those inners. That's what I'd like. This is
Your stage here, and obviously playoffs dangling in the sidelines here. It's brutal for BBL. This is really the series that, with what we've seen with Fnatic going on, this is the one that really you'd look for them to contest.
I have the spike.
With that said, Vitality looking like they've certainly done some work here. So for BBL, tough opponent to meet at this point. Not quite knowing what you're going to be walking in against. Have they done some more changes? What sort of form are they in? Bit of an unknown quantity at times. For BBL, a very different look in tempo. Again, much slower. You saw that pacey approach towards 8. This is almost the polar opposite.
So yeah, nobody from Vitality really going forwards. We rely heavily on Chronicle's ability to tie down that A site.
Yeah, trying to bait the footsteps, but it's Profek up top as well in unison to make it work. Yampi with a shot. His Loiter is going to answer back. Yampi's in a bit of a predicament now. Hard to back away from.
Yeah, they're reading as a third
right.
player there potentially. TP into pit here. Chronicle might just capitalize.
I think he's heard it. He's ready.
30 seconds left.
Going to call in the cavalry. Dirk is on the way trying to catch that cross. Not there. Forces his position to be noted. Kron's going to clear Loiter. Now it kind of tells you what's happening. Seas has
We're going to see the Seas,
but it doesn't matter. Dirk is still with a great shot. Vitality starting to look well prepared now.
Up to double digits. Really well controlled. And maybe not a solid understanding of what lay behind this postured up hold towards the C site.
Yeah.
The TP across here and Chronicle, there's no pressure, so it's just tucked. Loiter with a great catch there, actually, yeah. Seen a pixel out of place behind the Paranoia and the Orb. BBL now, unfortunately, forced to deal with some pretty difficult rounds ahead of them. Like I said, double digits here, only got a rifle for Larocque. Upgraded pistols for sure. Chronicle, unconfirmed, but tagged up early on.
I don't know if you'd carry on that pathing or just maybe, yeah, you can't make assessments off of that or assumptions.
Dropping
to the other side. Who's here? Durka with an operator. Not really heard too much of it yet, but he knows that the Prowler's coming. Does actually catch, bloody hell.
Durka's like, how is that gourmet?
It did snap. Like, admin, get that one. Sadly, the problem is, even with that in mind,
they don't know
what it is.
That's caught on and what's behind it, yeah.
That could have still been Chronicle, potentially. That could have been anyone there. They don't have any idea. It could be Yampi, for all they know. Slow and steady, walking up towards the A site. Good approach.
Chronicle, again, just shouldering this angle. But again now,
30 seconds.
yeah, the wall will go off, the smoke will cover though. Is he going forwards here?
Oh no, a real misread on that moment. And now the site certainly open to scrutiny as they do. Oh, that's a tag driven down on 12, but still alive.
Again, Lover's Rock gonna go forwards here. Pressure up towards that one way. Sayonara, alongside Yampi here. Kreven's certainly the next target to find here. 12 HP for him.
He's so low. No one's actually gone through door yet, so he still gets another chance at life until now. Sayonara's going to clear him. Yeah, done. Can they get the rest though? Still got Lovers Rock with the rifle and LaRock, so danger is certainly imminent. It's a glance, what a shot! Couldn't adjust in time. Sayonara doing incredibly well, but it's still a 1v1. And LaRock down on 21 HP. Yampy draw him in.
He knows it's a fake.
LaRock's not falling for it until then. Had to react. Should have time on this. Yampy just about keeping it in hand, but bloody hell, that was with one rifle, I think.
Yeah, so much threat in this round. And again, BBL unfortunate not to actually find this. In Chronicle, they maybe read into maybe one player slipping ahead of this, but BBL just throw a ton of bodies in between this wall and the smoke. There's a bloody brawl onto the site here. Yampy. A little bit of a dance from Chronicle.
Just for fun?
Just emoting.
Yeah, jester maxing, fair enough. Double ops, well, one on either side. So Lovers Rock there, Durka on the other.
Again, it's a position here where Durka's... Ooh, Lovers Rock nearly catching a beautiful pre-fire onto that angle. Not necessarily solid in terms of information here early on in round 20. Ultimate's Eyes do have Lovers Rock. I mean, LaRock not too far away. Creven just missing one as well. On the side here, Chronicle and Sayonara with ults to invest. Should they see it necessary? A switch up here as well, because Durka's kind of trying to bait them in. They do have Chronicle set up. This time around, the setup. Yampy, good for the first.
Do they live? Do they still live? Profek almost soaking that damage, allowing for a bit of a retreat from Yampy. Barely able to get away from him. Sayonara, that's going to be a blind shot. Maybe a reveal helped there, but still Sayonara going to maybe levy that springboard they would have wanted, and Yampy still going to find his impact.
3 HP.
30 seconds left.
He's taken a beating throughout this round, but he's still alive.
Desperate to try and close down that kill, but able to keep 4 standing here, and Durka again will catch a barrel out of place here, and just Loiter left to find.
13 seconds, not going to happen. Nice little kind of mini crossfires set up pretty quickly in that. Again, the fact that Yampy gets to live, looking like Profek was just the sacrificial lamb almost, happy to just sit there and soak it.
Yampy just has absolutely no right to be this far forwards. He had a kill, like I said, to live as well throughout that. Even so, Sayonara, from the other angle, it looked like maybe there's a smoke down the stairs, but there's nothing here, and there's nobody on the angle to enable Lovers Rock to go that aggressive to chase down that kill. Just gets a freebie. Currently sitting at 20 and 10 for Vitality. Said he was the missing piece of the puzzle, and certainly delivering here on Lotus.
On with the op. Interesting enough. Double stacked up high-low over towards Mound as well. I think that's just been dismantled, but Durka going forward.
I'm out of here.
That's a bit risky here. It's Creven's waiting on this. Spots him, but doesn't get to do too much damage, if, I think, any at all.
Yeah, Paranoia sent through. Desperate to try and pressure forwards. I mean, look at that. They're pushing all the way to spawn here. BBL have to pick up the pace towards A.
Yeah, they've got to get going. They've got to try and at least look threatening on that A site, as already it looks like Vitality sitting a little bit deeper to get ready to soak this hit. They don't need to overextend as LaRock, if he wanted to progress, he takes a lot of damage for it, but he does get Kron. An unnecessary shot potentially, but fortunately enough, Yampy there to swing out and catch the pressure. And now that rotation towards B doesn't feel so good. You got Profek catching LaRock, trying to get some security up towards that CT side. Plant could be on the cards, but Sayonara closing in. Doesn't get the shot he wanted, but trying to... Ooh.
Oh, it's actually... Yeah,
How did that
bounces back.
That seems mad to me. Plant now in. BBL, can you hold down the fort?
Lovers Rock here on an angle, but only a Guardian. He's got to hit some heads if he wants to find value.
He's still got Durka down. I don't know how. Loiter and Rose going to do what they can in a 2v3. Sayonara is low. That's one thing on their side. And surely can still do damage as Rose. You got to clutch up here, man. That's such a nice try. But nice tries are not enough today. 13 rounds for Vitality.
Vitality stabilizing here. Keep BBL at bay in this second half after a resurgence for them in the first. That's probably a sigh of relief. It's just, that's the part that comes into question for me. To see the breach and it's over, that's what makes it hard to really, really execute.
We're going to find out now. A lot on the line for BBL as well. Playoffs potential rides on this. And Vitality claim the first. Of course, this is going to be the choice of BBL. So, by all rights, they should feel a little more comfortable with that in mind. And who knows what we get from Vitality.
Looking here as if they are going to walk into a wide open B site. And 2 players tucked into Link.
Oh, no.
But on the angle so quickly, here is Durka and 2 freebies.
Yeah, just catching Larocque, just utility in hand, just maybe unawares that it was completely open, no one keeping eyes on it, but problem is that's got a sting. Dirk's going to see more, at least one walk in that smoke, potentially both. Yeah, both now seen. Paranoia's in. It's a slaughter, and it's a simple one. Vitality with an in-zone flawless. They've been working on those pistols.
Again, certainly a discussion has been made about these pistols. A lot more cautious on Lotus, but here, I mean, again, just running away with the space. Dirk is just thinking, there's got to be someone here, surely.
Someone's watching it somewhere.
Barely any resistance at all here. Nice! Like I said, an in-zone flawless to kick off the second map here. And already an indication, certainly, that, again, no surprise as to where Larocque's going to be. It's fairly obvious in terms of some of the setups of where they want to crunch, of where they can probably dig him out from. Again, majority of the time, he is just going to be Yuto in hand. He's going to be waiting for a stun on contact. Again, because you're not in a position to just kind of reactively invest that utility. In terms of precision.
Dirk is slipping this again. Oh no, he's been caught that time for sure. Little off sync with the util to an extent, but also trying to get a little bit ahead of expectation. Speaking of that, big rotation here. Yeah, as B is left very vulnerable.
Bit of util to work with here in the post for Vitality as well.
I think even Vitality are a little surprised at the fact that this is once again left open. That's a little risky. Needs a lot of people to keep in support, and Profek gets all 3.
How's he got all 3 there?
I actually don't know. I thought he was just helping out on the damage front, but apparently he got all 3. Now the timing. Oh! That's wild, he got 4 there.
It did not look like he was landing those shots, by the way. Maybe a movement penalty coming in his favor. And catch from Sayonara at the start here. Ooh, Durka did maybe just catch a glimpse. I think it went through the shin of one person, by the way.
All damage through the shin.
Guys, good shit, guys. I think I need to learn how to clear an angle.
Asking the important questions.
Yes.
Yeah,
Any tips? Should I get the judge?
Yeah.
Maybe. Bucky.
A judge would help in this situation.
It would have. Looking at this though, bonus round, it looks solid. You got a lot of damage dealing power here.
It's only really Profek still on that Guardian. Certainly a chance here to make a push to convert the third. Actually here, Lover's Rock down to 2 HP. He's tagged off this angle, still gets a kill though, Durka. Actually gets bested. At this point now, in the site, here comes through. Chronicle will find the kill, but BBL actually finding responses here. Kreven, the one to find Profek, and now just leaving Sayonara in a 1v4. Maybe Vitality reading a little too heavy into some freedom towards B.
You know, the line has to eventually be established, right? We've abused it 2 rounds. The third is the one step too far. A relatively robust buy as well for Vitality, so... Okay, Sayonara. You got anything beyond this,
30 seconds left.
Gonna force the rock out. Just spinning around in middle. They're all in front of you, don't worry.
Yeah, nobody is
No
flanking.
one's behind. He's so paranoid about it, but I promise you, no one else is there. Okay, still gonna get one on the way up, but BBL gonna get there first. Took a little bit of work.
Yeah, crucial for BBL to keep this in check early on. I said Lover's Rock does so well to find not just the first here, but at least slowing things down on the way into B site. It's a great catch as well. The reveal actually sets Kreven up perfectly. The vibes on display.
I don't know what the vibes are.
Yeah, no. Oh, there's he missed a question.
Did I?
Actually, I mean, if you didn't hear it, I'll answer it. A wacky waving inflatable arm flaming tube man. That's the Chronicle impression we saw.
Oh,
Nat was asking
right.
what it was called from the car dealership.
Right. Got it.
That's the MO for the
That's what it
energy
was.
today on stage.
Fair enough. So a very different approach from Vitality. Heavily focused towards garage control early on, but look at that mid-wall coming out. Turret's going to be dealt with, so the information's there, and certainly now with Chronicle being killed, but Profek trying to catch the timing, and he might have got it. No, he's been noted. Yeah, got greedy on that one. Thought he still had a chance at it, but there was support in play.
Now just Sayonara and Yampi. Lovers Rock on the other side of this smoke. In full control of A long here, so no threat just yet for BBL. Loiter is down to 44 HP though, so he is the weaker target to find for Vitality. Still decent util, not sure the timing of the recon here for Yampi, but certainly will be a big tool potentially here in the post, because they're going to be given the plant.
30 seconds left.
To make something out of this would be very impressive though, a 2v4.
Revealing area.
He's using it now, okay. A little bit paranoid, potentially. One away from Hunter's Fury after this plant, but to get one for free would be surprising, to say the least. Flank is on the way as well. That back line will be soon taken by Kreven.
You're going to know about 3 with the start coming through.
6 bullets to play with as well. This gets awfully uncomfortable. And there it is. This should be pretty much a formality. Yampi, you barely got the bullets to deal with every single player right now, but you're going to put in a valiant attempt, but that's all it will be. BBL tying up the scoreboard.
Getting early on, like I said, it's crucial for BBL to maintain control of this opening stretch of rounds. At least initially. Like it might just favour Vitality, but it's, I mean, the 1-for-1. You see Rose just so paranoid of the possibility. And Profek rightfully so. I mean, he certainly has a timing in terms of the drone passing through, but it's the smoke dropping that causes a real issue for him. 50 euros. Damn.
That's pretty affordable.
We should.
I mean, should we?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Get it in the car afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 2-2. Judge out and about, and Durka, well, it's the green light to go, isn't it? Paranoia said, let's go have a ball. Already going to take down Loiter. Hunter's Fury, going to put him on alert, but doesn't do much to dissuade the position. They've got a smoke to play into, and that's about all she wrote. And bye-bye, Durka. Simplistic stuff from Rose. And now the rotation's coming in, but they're going to have to wait a while for this back line.
Lovers Rock taking a ton of damage. Down to 60 here. Profek posted up in this smoke. Back away now, though. We'll be able to cycle that across, though. You just see another 5 seconds for another one, but Chronicle now has to keep this flank in check, and Kreven wins out.
Yeah, Yampi. Nothing to do here, man. Okay! The cosmetic stun and flash, apparently. He's just fine. Vitality making something out of nothing, unless Kreven can do, I don't know, I want to say miracles, but someone's got to check. Okay, that'll do it. That'll be job done there. Yampi with the shock dart. Vitality up to 3.
Pace change here on the back of the judge from Durka. Hunter's Fury to pave the way. Part of the seas, really, for Durka to find the entry. I know exactly where. The Yampi just does so well to find this kill. And stop that from really becoming very unfavourable for Vitality. Still looking energetic down there. Yeah, looking to go forwards again. Lovers
With
Rock.
all that spam, he still goes for it?
Certainly to be unexpected after that sort of focus towards breaking the door early on. Kreven gets onto the same angle here. BBL giving away 2 openers here to Vitality.
That's a fumble. Potentially a bad miss. As the Rock wants to drop the smoke here. Rose playing up close, but now going to be, I want to say screwed, but actually has a chance to thrive. Does what he could. Most on just the way down here. Noted as well. Lloyd has not got it. Kron with 4.
Be an indicator of Vitality hitting a bit of a rhythm here in this first half of Haven.
Breaks the money too.
It does, yeah. Puts them in a really awkward...
God.
Oh, okay, well, that's the shot the Chronicle lands. Okay, all right.
Yeah, pretend you mean it, bro. Stand up and tell me to sit down
yeah.
and pretend you mean that. All right.
There's a beautiful shot, a beautiful round. Right from Chronicle.
They're going to time out. They're going to time out.
Yeah.
Bad call from the coaches there. They have not timed out.
They've not read that well.
We're going to have a check-in with our coaches afterwards. Misreads. Poor Anti.
Might be a BBL timeout after this one, though.
Now, that we can talk about. As it's Sheriffs, it's, I think, Lovers Rock's ult, and Vitality should be cautious, erring on the side of.
Bit of a yawn here coming into this round.
Yeah. A little snoozy.
BBL happy to receive. Maybe Vitality's aggression here, and Sayonara just gets onto the angle for free.
What do you make of Sayonara so far? Because I mean, he was kind of touted as, you know, the child of prophecy, right? This upcoming, wait till he's here, big threat. Where do you rate him on that scale?
I don't necessarily put any heavier criticism on him individually than I do Vitality as a whole, to be honest.
Sure.
If Vitality came out and they looked, I don't want to say flawless, but very, very comfortable, and then Sayonara was kind of putting up the numbers we have seen, then I'd be probably a little more critical. But I think he's probably in par with what we've seen. But speaking of, Lovers Rock a chance to have a say in this round. It won't come through. Krevin cleaned up. But yeah, I think it's difficult to really place him in terms of what we've seen from Vitality overall. Like I said, I didn't want to give them any time to adjust. Again, we had a little bit of an off-season kind of context to grab from that coming into stage one. But I think where Vitality has struggled, you can't necessarily say, oh yeah, Sayonara's not look good, because as a team they haven't looked good.
Yeah, no, I see that I very much agree with. When I think about kind of, you know, I don't want to say the chosen ones, right? You've got obviously tens during whatever run you wanted to make, or isn't it? Because you've got the Wonder Kid in Alpha when he was obviously just an obscene player. He's one of those that call you, right? You've got obviously tens as well. These sort of characters that you look towards. But back onto the purchase here. Timeout called by BBL to try and alleviate some of the woes that have been plaguing them in the last couple of rounds. And Rose actually going to find the first. And we're going to be hearing from Vitality now as they're going to have to deal with this.
Breach omen, but it's not
Guys,
up here.
come B. Wait, come back to B. I have ulti right now. We will just insta-exec. They don't have so ulti against us. They might have jet operator on us though.
No, jet tight.
Okay, good.
Guys, listen, we can just omen TP, plant on TP
Yes,
back,
good.
then you have ult for
Give the spike then.
Yeah, I'll give you
Breach down. I'm ulting, boys.
Yeah. I'm holding A push.
Sapphire down, trip down.
Come down, you're fine.
I'm holding A push.
Careful A-Link is open.
I'm TPing now.
I'm
I'm planting.
I'm playing under
Boys, they
window.
already used one smoke, you can
I have two molly. I have one molly.
I'm playing window.
We have A flank, we are chilling. Prophet is going for play on top B.
I'm chilling.
I have one shock plus reveal. Do they have smokes?
TP somewhere, could be top side on Prophet.
Okay, guys, do they have smokes?
top. Nice. No,
No smoke, just sell Prophet, sell Prophet.
Yes. I have reveal Timo then after.
Profi, you're the best fucking player, go.
Perfect, put him down, Kurva.
I love that ending. I'll take that one.
Self-Profec is a golden call in this
outstandingly
situation.
good.
But again, a really good understanding. Other than, I mean, obviously the only outlier here could be a jet operator, but that's the only thing really that can stop this late hit into B, at least getting the ultimate down. I mean, again, the other possibility being you smoke off and allow potentially somebody from BBL to get close enough to contest this ultimate, but really well navigated here. And again, it's the composure on display. We're talking about how things feel a little calmer for Vitality. I think that's a perfect round to really summarize that.
And speaking of calm, you ain't going to get it this round, though. BBL wants some pressure. They want some tempo. As Lloyd already going to take away Dirk, put Sayonara on the chopping block and comes out swinging. Takes away Lovers Rock and now looks to find another follow-up. A lot of pressure, a lot of issues on his play. Cushion gets him. Sayonara controlling long. That area is just his.
And a number of times he's finding value here, and it's in a round where BBL go aggressive, trying to capitalize on maybe a little complacency alongside lesser weaponry. Again, forced out of the angle, but it's Sayonara to to find a third before falling, and Profek, all the while, has found himself some space on the C site. Krevin now got to be conscious that somebody has slipped the net. Camera going to be revealed as well, but Profek not going to deal with it just yet. It's going to bait Krevin back in.
I feel like they know that someone could be here, though. Krevin's really diligently clearing, and asleep at the wheel. Profek punished, and now do they continue like this?
Oh my God, Yampy. Just catches him going for the rifle. It's disgusting. Now just a 37 HP Larocque.
Left.
Ouch. Full shields as well for both Kron and Yampy, so... Woof.
Was that a bark? Does that count? Oh, that was an
no,
oof.
that was kind of like
a woof. You did it, not me. I mean...
Why did you bring attention to it? It's now to 1v1. And it could go in the clip, Michael, because he's investing his ult. Oh dear, what is going on?
Oh, he got him! There's no way!
From the grave!
The shot dart from 11 feet in the air.
Oh man, that's a tilter of an end as well for Larocque. Oh mate, that's the most yampy round.
Yeah, it is the most yampy outcome.
We started barking. Yeah. Of course he's done this. Look at it!
That's just... Nah.
Look at it! Looks like a goddamn superhero up there.
Full Legolas, just levitating.
Oh, that's a mad one. Oh, BBL, I feel for you in this.
No way, Larocque had no right to even make that doable.
Yeah, literally.
37 HP.
There.
A Guardian, you just said, both super healthy on the side of Vitality. Comes down to the shock dart.
Oh.
Does have the Hunter's Fury available now. Again, looking very healthy in terms of this ult cycle for Vitality, only missing the lockdown. The other side of TP, Hunter's Fury, and a Neural Theft for BBL. But again, they have to be a little more decisive in some of these rounds. Again, previously talking about the aggression, the breach, not really being applied in the way that I was talking about. And it's difficult to do so without a second duelist to go hyper-aggressive. Kind of invest massively around that, especially with Lovers Rock on an operator now.
Well, we are approaching 35 seconds, and there's not much headway made for Vitality. They don't have C-long control. They don't have A-long control. This is actually a really hard site take wherever they want to head towards. There's issues here. And that's oh no, wait, Bolt has gone down. Hold on, but Krevin's got it back.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, this is all going weird. This is a very late round call here, 15 seconds. Vitality, where do you want to go? Spikes in on B. Lovers Rock doesn't hit the shot on the cross. Ult on top, Sayonara just trying to hug the wall, plants in to get out with their life. No, Krevin going to put Durka down to his death, and now Chronicle and Sayonara with it all to do. It is 4 players from BBL in on the site itself. Vitality. Oh my God, they went for it. Kron goes in on it. Sayonara, desperate but dead, as BBL keeping some hope alive.
They just can't slow this down enough on the side of Vitality. Again, BBL would have had to tank so much decay to get close enough to the front of site here. You see, trying to at least toy with the timings there is Chronicle.
Oh.
But 2 beautiful catches from both Krevin and Larocque. The perfect time in the round.
God, it took a lot there.
Yeah, there's a chance where really Sayonara can farm in that choke point.
I was a little concerned it could have turned into a bit of a show there for him, but fortunately for BBL, it's got them enough to...
In this first half, again, no surprise to see that on a defensive Haven side for BBL, but it's been a lot more tempered overall. And again, I think that plays into the composition discussion. We're going to have to see a big step change on the attack to really find value from this breach.
Still like a couple more rounds to their name just to give them a bit of buffer. Can't be leaving it down to those 10 seconds though if you are Vitality. Just, ooh. Unlucky.
I don't know if anybody actually had eyes on that to see it wasn't broken.
I don't think so, but this time, okay, so before, if you remember, it was Krevin kind of playing it down by that cut in on C-long, but Loiter wanted to go further, and he gets punished for it. Profek catches him.
Rose immediately calling Lovers Rock back, onto the site. just when he was considering the rotation. Vitality now drifting back and forth in spawn.
It can't be another late round. It just can't be. We're at 40 seconds though. This is respectable still. Maybe looking to explore that pick they got earlier. TP comes in. That's going to be Lovers Rock noted. That could be the operator. It is. Rattles off a shot. 25 seconds. Time to go. Shock darts
make some
in.
headway here.
They've got to start moving. What's going on? Waited and actually gets what they need. 18 seconds. Kreven, can you stop it now? That's one, two, and a third. Fourth almost there. Rose with a grab. And BBL punishing the slow approach from Vitality.
Talks about Kreven doing a ton of work in this first half. Look at this hold when Lovers Rock gets removed. Again, just questioning the amount of headway that Vitality have made in the downtime that they don't have. This is last 20 seconds. They get into a site. There's already 3 members of BBL behind this first engagement that's taken. It'll be a second in succession for BBL. Up to 4 now. Again, cracks start to show in terms of the finances. Durka does have the ultimate to offset that, though.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, ult still, as said, considered.
This way. Gotta go.
But gonna have to do something with this. Straight in towards that B site, trying to cut the lines, cut behind them. They're too late to the party, but somehow LaRock and Reuter coming out on top. Kron caught in the crunch, giving Sayonara and Yampi fully noted. And nowhere to go. They've hit a brick wall here. BBL, I guess you could argue, it's a matter of survival for them. They've found form when needed. What does Yampi and Sayonara do now?
Lost to consider here. A little bit of time left to play with.
Toxin screen down.
And they need a kill for free, and I don't think BBL, the way they've been playing, are going to be going forward in this situation. It's Kreven and LaRock here to deal with over towards the B site. LaRock is tagged up, but
Toxins going up.
getting obscured by this smoke for the time being. There's a big kill though. Yampi
30
gets
seconds
away with
left.
that one. Still 90 HP.
Toxin screen down.
Could they just turn this round? Lovers Rock still a million miles away from this and an operator in hand. Already noted, LaRock tagged up.
They give themselves the option of slipping C long.
10 seconds left. Spike
No util here.
No,
Wait for the recon will be the next thing for Yampi.
he's still 10 seconds off from this, and that can.
I must wait
really
a moment.
nice. Okay, so they know one's close, or at least was. Where does BBL approach from? Looks like Garage. That's Sayonara's domain for now. But here we go. Swing. It's a hit. Slips
Beautiful
towards
shot.
long. Next contact. Yampi. Oh my word. Are they figuring this one out? LaRock left with an uncomfortable scenario. One to the right and one to the left. How do you manage it now with the clock ticking like it is? He tries to back away. He catches the shot towards Yampi. And now it's a swing from Sayonara.
Beautiful clean up here to flip this round on its head and give Vitality number 8, Lauren.
It's everything they would have wanted, and actually, someone will certainly know a thing or two about pulling off something like this. He's going to be standing by. That's going to be Kakuka, but I think Vlad's with her as well.
Nice! Hey! Hey! 2v4! 2v4!
Well, as you said, Lauren, someone that
On the Sova, there's Rose Picker. If you want to make this work, just having Lovers Rock, especially with how he's been the first few weeks, it's so tough.
It certainly is, and I think this is where we're going to see, really, do they have what it takes? Advantage to Vitality, sitting with 8 rounds to their name. And the turret really chunking it away. I mean, Lovers Rock's on 64. Sayonara gets eviscerated, though, taking a little bit of a liberty on that glance, but the site's theirs.
Looking like maybe a bit of a choreographed pistol round here for Vitality. Going to get onto this flank early enough. It will be noted here with the removal of the trip. Yampi has to play this one.
Big info.
Very, very passively for the time being.
That's 5 players basically looking his way. So he does have that dart he'd love to help out his boys with, but how are you meant to do it from here? They're still holding guard, but they've actually left long pretty open now. There's the paranoia, though. And it feels like it should be a kind of shut round. Yeah, Dirk has got it down to a 1v2, but 2 bullets to play with that Sheriff. And already time being stalled out. Bought.
Kidding me right now?
And I think he knows. Options near on 0. Nicely done by BBL. A well-constructed round, and it's got them what they needed.
Sayonara just gets caught here in that position you never expect him to be swinging onto. And again, it's just a confirmation, basically, of the information the turret's got. Is it the orb tap? Is it just one player kind of lurking on? Did do a lot of damage, yeah. It's, and unfortunately, I think BBL read the situation perfectly. Yampi not expecting, certainly not the third player on a similar angle towards CT, but again, if they are to make a push here early on, BBL pistol round to their favor. Trevor noted.
That turret is foul, by the way, to spot that out.
MVP for Vitality
yeah, honestly,
in the first couple of rounds.
The hell is that? That's got him a nice little reward. And very indicative that this is obviously quite all in towards 8. Loiter then tasked to handle with the flood that's coming in.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to get caught in a one and done, but Dirk is willing to put his life on the line for the trade, right? Just trade me. Get in there, force him back a little bit further. Loiter still with the paranoia, yet to burn it. Keep slipping further back. Now cornered on the site, but it is only pistols against them.
Yeah, Chronicle the only one to really have anything in terms of an upgrade. Again, damage would be perfect here, so if they can keep them kind of herded into sight, that would be a big win for them. Turret going to be put down here to patrol A long, because I think Vitality are reading they're going to rotate back through A link.
Really nice call. But they can slip so deep into spawn. Oh, and Profec's been caught, so Vitality going to have to take a bit of a gamble on this one now. And I don't think they'd be quite close enough to really punish. There's Yampi, yeah, nip in there. There we go.
First 2 fairly comfortable for BBL, and certainly threat here with Vitality finding that kill for free. But again, there's just there's no contingency in place towards A. In Profec, similar situation to Yampi in the pistol, has to play this so passively and rely on a miracle really to play him in. Here it's, I mean, only really Rose, Larocque and Loiter are going to struggle from this, but still respectable in terms of a round 3 inventory. Rifles in hand, obviously, for Vitality here.
Yeah, let's see how they manage to clear the likes of Yampi and Durka on this one. So we're going to have a little check-in on the comms here as Lover's Rocket has set things in motion. Durka does answer back. So BBL, let's see how it's sounding.
Tamam, chill out. Gel, C-Long'dan C gel. Tamam, çok iyi. Adam açmıştır önüne, dikkat et kanka.
Evet, Killjoy yürümeyi çok seviyor beyler, unutmayın.
Window'a
dikkat.
Bekle, beraber pikleyelim.
Beyler A'dan info olarak direkt C'ye gitsenize birlikte.
Tamam.
Endpoint'i çeklemeyin, endpoint'i çeklemeyin, adam duymasın, koşmayın.
Tamam.
Endpoint yok. Kanka double door'dan girin. Paleti kırıp bir anda double door'dan koşun.
Kanka, double door'dan diyor.
Double'ları
salmıyor, double'ları
git.
aynen.
Solda yürüyün ama, Teres solda büyük ihtimal.
Tamam.
Viper'ları şu cross seviyor, unutma.
Dik cross'a dikkat. Tamam.
Full yürüyün oğlum, let's go.
Çocuklar pikliyorum. Hazırlanın. Pik. Ledim. Yürüyorum. Kapıya bakacağım bir.
dikkat.
Palet kırıp patlarsınız.
Default cross'a saldırı atacağım.
Ulaştı.
Ulaştı.
Kan bombayı bolun önüne kurmayı unutma.
Taret yok.
Smokları var, 2 smoke.
Full konda yürü.
Yürü hala yürü. GT harbi öyle çocuk.
Bekle, Utku teksin şu
Utku'yla
an.
beraber yürüsene
Şu
Kremen.
birlikte mi balın abi?
Gelsene CT.
Kur bombayı.
Hayır kurma. Tamam kurmuyorum. CT kuracağım. Tamam. Pik.
Bekle.
Daha dikkat o fingler linkte.
Bekle.
Kuruyorum bombayı.
Link boş.
Bekle, sol ekrana dikkat.
Yok.
Boş.
Smoke'larım var. Diğeri alıyormuş gibi.
Arka geldi arka. Arka açtı bebe direkt. Leron'da smoke veriyorum.
Ver.
Koşuyor arkadan.
İlk almak için yaptı.
A little bit concerning how much BBL put that stock towards getting CT control, leaving a really vulnerable player on site. But grabbing down on 8 is the next problem they have to deal with. And yeah, he's going to fall here. Durka on 4, looking for 5. Of course, he's got it. Ace in hand. Starts it, ends it, and a firm handshake.
Ace.
Certainly seeing Larocque here left on an island. He said that focus shift towards CT, ultimately BBL's demise, but not much time left to really execute that sort of game plan. Again, you have to be putting yourself in a position where you're kind of maximizing the odds, but getting here, that maybe an adjustment on the plant location is the answer to that equation. But I think opting for this, it gives them way more options.
Move.
7 out of 10, I think.
Yeah.
The handshake, yeah.
That's solid. The one thing I'm concerned about, though, is if BBL start dropping the ball in these things, if we see Durka starting to find that comfort again, gets 5 in a round, and actually off.
Lovers Rock doesn't bite on that.
Yeah. But he's slowly creeping behind it. Could get a chance, gets it, brilliant. Just finding the timing and the tempo after Chronicle did manage to take down Loiter, so going to keep it even at 4 apiece.
Yeah, no smokes now for BBL. Not the rest of this round. Going to rely on a couple of engagements going their way. Yampi tucked now. Only a Guardian, so stringing together multiple going to be a bit of a task.
But imagine the barking if he did.
Is it bark or bite?
Right now, certainly looking a little sharp in this regard. Forced in, is going to go down, but certainly got information for this. Allows time for a couple of rotations.
Lovers Rock's way ahead of the curve, though.
Sayonara hoping for the best, but the bad outcome for him as Lovers Rock was so much deeper than expected. 2v3, not going to happen with Lovers Rock really on duty now. It's Prophet last man alive, 1v3. Plant in some very complimentary positions. TP and a Paranoia. This would take something special. Smoke almost back up. Gamble takes a look left. And, well, there's a bounding Greven. Nice tries all around, but 3 still alive for BBL and a necessary round here.
It just keeps things in check for the time being. Again, Lovers Rock capitalizing on maybe that contact being taken elsewhere. Durka, I don't think he knows just how close he was to falling earlier on there.
That goes there.
It's Durka's 7th ace from VCT EMEA.
I feel like there's honestly probably more.
Yeah. I don't often call for a stat check, but that does seem low actually for Durka.
It actually does. Maybe just like a 4K specialist.
Yeah, 4K merchant.
Yeah. He's the last one over for someone else. Boast has just been historically nabbing them.
On the operator.
That damn.
Spam to come through here from Durka. No catch on the other side, though. Spike not committed either way, so it's going to be an early fact-finding mission for BBL. Blade Storm to hand, but nothing else on the cards here. Just missing one for the TP and one for the neural theft. It is a lighter buy here from Vitality.
Don't go away if you're BBL. I think that's the plan.
Looks like they maybe got the memo. Do have the MVP posted at the top of C-Long. My goat.
Truly.
Get out of my way.
C open. I think this should be a pretty clean approach. I doubt much is going to deny that. So Plant's going to be very comfortable for BBL. Obviously Vitality going for a stack in this round with the kind of mixed bag purchase. Durka really the only one to be a nuisance and a problem here potentially.
Just get Loiter on the spam. See him thinking about it.
Lovers Rock ready. Whoa. It took a few knives to do it, but you take that. Greven, that's a lot of bodies. Oh, Chronicles had a look. Hold on, that's now 3 on the side. The Paranoia goes in, affects one but not the other. There's still an issue here. The form of Lovers Rock trying to play spoiler to this. Rose on site, lovely for BBL. Chron now, 1v2. Not gonna happen. Wish you embodies at 8 to 9.
You see the momentum, at least in terms of energy, starting to build for BBL. Themselves into a position now to contest here on Haven. Vitality obviously on a broken buy, so still able to create a little bit of pressure here. We'll force out a timeout here from Vitality, certainly to have a discussion.
Yeah.
There's a couple of these close affairs, but Vitality not necessarily in the... Yeah, Mr. 4K Merchant. What the hell is that? 41 4Ks.
Wait, that's actually ridiculous. I was
That
just
is
lying.
absolute merchant, bro.
Wait, okay.
My man's been
who's
robbed.
been stealing them? Who's been stealing them?
Next stat, how many of those are stolen?
Yeah, and now Durka, okay. The issue is he's got to be careful, because on the other side, Lovers Rock is picking it up this half. Looking much more aggressive on the money, played in a little better. Going back to this A approach, Profek on the case. Timing's everything, considering when to invest that smoke. Got support from Yampy now. Still a bit of a half buy in some aspect with the Guardian in, but Kreven's taking away Profek. Durka, you're not meant to be doing this. He does go down. There's Lovers Rock coming into the equation. This guy's having a moment, and BBL start looking unstoppable.
Yeah, looking very well drilled now. Looking a lot cleaner. Get themselves up to 9 potentially. Chronicle and Sayonara, unfortunately. It's in a position now to consider the save, but look at the minimap already on the hunt is Lovers Rock and Kreven.
Money's there, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, go for it.
Jinx.
All right, you cast the rest.
Well, they're going to be sniffed out here. Rose is pretty close by, but again, doesn't really have much support.
It will be a one-man.
Rose!
Don't want to go there alone. Yes, I think I'll wait here instead. I think the hunt is now off. And BBL's post-plants so far have been looking pretty solid, honestly. Again, some really strong rounds coming out. And it feels like Vitality have yet to find a solution. Looks a little bit individual, looks a little bit hard to kind of combine that. I want to see what their answer is down the line. We did have that timeout, so fingers crossed they've come up with something for their sakes. Otherwise, BBL are right back at the door now. 9 apiece. Look at this half. So many rounds in their favor. Just one answer back thus far with an ace from Durka. So if you put that into context, it's not a great half from Vitality.
No, it's not. And I think as well, the post-plant success, it's the amount of times the BBL were able to get themselves into an advantageous head count in those post-plants. It just makes it, they are teed up to close them out, barring a throw, right? Barring a massive overheat from somebody.
And what do they have here? Okay, so the Ghost going to be heard early on, just that lighter pistol in the hands of Durka. Beyond that, Yampy and Profek all going to be down on just pistols. So for BBL, you want to make sure you're being diligent about this and not taking too many gambles or too many risks individually, right? That's kind of part and parcel of this.
You've got to be conscious as well. Durka does have an ult to invest. I mean, Chronicle and Yampy just missing one as well. So plenty of opportunity to flip this in their favor.
Yeah, the drone not going too far, actually, from the BBL side, so not going to really pry Durka out of that position. Lovers Rock going to be revealed. He's kind of almost beckoning.
Yeah, he's almost showing to the drone, yeah. As now BBL going to look to pivot into B.
Maybe feeling a bit too obvious here. Durka does take a look behind it. Going to be seen, but it just feels too obvious. And I think the penny's dropped here. They put it together, but I don't know what they have to really deny this, even if they do know what's going on.
Going to be able to reset comfortably into mid. In here, going to need an early half defuse to make this doable.
Had a little tap of the spike there. Let's see some of that util dragged out, but still plenty to bank on. I say that, it's mostly really on Rose here, and Sayonara swung out and got Lovers Rock down. Now they're getting a little bit panicked here. Now they'd like to be able to check behind it. It's Rose's shock dart that removes Sayonara, and Durka wants in. Explosive through Garage, times a factor. LaRock tries to stand and he can't. Diffuse coming in. You thought you were safe. You certainly weren't.
Again, Vitality so quick on this first app. Bait out the first wave of util, force 1 or 2 players from BBL to have to go forwards. Look at the smokes. Like, to obscure the vision here, it just creates such an awkward situation for BBL. And again, a common criticism being when you reset comfortably into mid for these B-side post plants, if you haven't got anything to slow down the first tap, it can become really awkward.
It's scrambled, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to put bodies behind, you start having to commit.
At that point then, everybody's looking for, because they're then focused on Spike, right? Durka has all the time in the world to wrap through Garage. Again, send Kreven into Garage, somebody into window, something to offset that slightly. Well, maybe we see the fix round by round here as BBL going to go right back onto it.
That's going to be Chip, though, and Loiter. Especially a second. Ooh, dear.
Spikes down as well.
I thought he might have had the plan on that. Now Lovers Rock forced into this. Kreven put to task, trying to deal with the push-up. Spots at least one, and Durka's hungry. He's going hunting for this.
Lockdown from Sewers here.
Space. And oh my God, you're right. I barely noticed it. Now you've got Lovers Rock having to play it forward. Profek waiting. God, that's quick. Gonna take away Lovers Rock. Good catch as well from Yambu. We're starting to see the stars aligning for Vitality as Rose called in though. Clears through CT, backs away. Still no progress on the spike until now. The quick tap and looking to try and deny that first bit of progress. Kreven then going to check. Oh, the
my
timing!
God!
He gets away with murder! Daylight robbery! As this is getting tense now, down to the wire, 3v2. Still not getting that defuse going. It's still not looking perfect just yet, trying to stall this out. Gonna get down towards half. Kron, 7 HP.
It's gone, it's gone!
It's too late! Vitality! Let it slip between the fingertips, and a clutch for BBL.
Ridiculous round here. Again, the lockdown buys them enough time to get onto side, but it's the Rolling Thunder and further utility from the breach to slow this down. Kreven just a million miles behind enemy lines, finding value inside the smoke. And again, he's the one to ultimately prevent that first half defuse that is pivotal to Vitality's success.
This is getting so close though, 10 apiece. Tempo change towards A. Ooh, unconfirmed, but Dirk is certainly feeling this. Down to 45. He's gone, going for it. Oh my God, he's actually taking down Loiter. You don't get to live, surely not. Profec's the one who falls.
Able to at least trade out Omens here. Will force BBL to reconsider their approach early on. Chronicle lying in wait on the other side of the map does have the Sayonara in support. Rose now going to clear back through this space towards A. At least keep a couple of players interested on the side of Vitality, but BBL meanwhile made progress up towards C.
Now looking for other options. Good call. They've been given a fair amount of freedom. And actually, let's hear how Vitality are handling this pressure.
Spike planted.
Oh.
I'm gonna use the big Darka.
Yeah. You can get a gun, Yampi, on garage.
Cypher is -80.
And that came
I think we need to save, boys.
Wait. One backside. Mä pelaan.
Okay.
No frag there? Okay.
Olet defaultis yksi.
Yeah.
Mä tappaan kerran.
4 bullets, Yampi.
Careful stun.
That's heavy.
Ja säästä vaan.
NT, boys. Bro, I got one tap through smoke. Unlucky.
Yeah, you did get one tap through smoke. It happens, but for now, BBL doing exactly as prescribed, pulling this back from the brink. I was concerned on the half, Mike. I was worried. They might have been a bit flat. It was a hard game. I was doubting the breach's, I guess, viability in this, but actually, as it stands, facilitating a lot of this comfort here.
And just the ability to trade this skill is so crucial for BBL.
Yeah.
That's the shot to Chronicle he was talking about. And again, to leave Sayonara and Chronicle this late ultimately relies on them both staying alive. I mean, Chronicles you can't really fault, but I think Sayonara, maybe, whether or not he's trying to reposition or he's trying to get onto an angle there, that's the overstep, really, the first domino to fall. Durka now on the hunt. He'll try and put this rifle to work, but only a camera on the other side of this dealt with.
Patient round, double stacked up towards Garage, and I think the BBL is starting to read this attentive hold in this regard. BBL starting to exploit this C-site walk up time and time again. Kron again going to be checked on, has to back away. Look at the buy. It's really only Durka and Profek who should be expected to do a little bit more than the others. Sayonara looking for options, might be able to slip that smoke just in case, but for now, Kron trying to keep eyes towards him here. And they're both backside. Durka comes around, maybe a little too late. It's Rose, Loiter, clean up. It's all BBL. 4 kills in succession. And Yampi too far behind here. BBL have found the weak point. They found the pressure point, and they are not stopping.
And Yampi 1v5, just a pistol to hand. Rose will be the first, but it needs to be clean, and it isn't. In-zone flawless for BBL to find number 12, Lauren. Again, in total control of this second half. You can see only 2 rounds from Vitality found. And there's not really much to say in some of these in the last few. The byproduct of the finances for Vitality. This will be the final stand to be made in round 23.
And now do you overcompensate and put more players present on that C site? Do you start reading into it? Because obviously then BBL can adjust, they can flip the script. They've had just as much success on this side of the map, but now a telling sign. And Kreven's been nasty, a dangerous player to come up against, and Yampi
take flight,
hoping to get the information required. He needs to back away now. He's lost out on that exchange of info.
Yampi's going to get tested here. I don't think he knows just how close they are.
Yeah,
Wavesaw popped as well. Capitalized massively here.
Yeah, it felt a little nonchalant from that. I don't know what he expected to be happening, but yeah, a little out of character potentially, but still, okay, 4v4. Plant's going to come down. Tools for the retake. Looking minimal. Profek, unless you're something mad up the sleeve with the TP, I don't know. What are you meant to do here?
Still got some util to invest here.
Go time though.
Paranoia, Durka.
Oh, it's huge from him. Follow up, not there. And no trades. The timing a little off now. 1v2. Chronicle face the music and fall.
Wow.
BBL taking us the distance today. 13-10. We are going to...
Big step up from him. They're going to make a push here for map 3.
Tense stuff now. BBL with a fire lit underneath them after Haven. A 13-10 result for them. And worrying signs in that second half from Vitality, but we go back in. We see what we can figure out in this. Rose looking to build early. And just steadily taking the tour of the map.
Another test in terms of the pistols for Vitality here. Look at a lot safer now, just backed up and waiting to receive some sort of information. Orb retrieved now, and BBL will actually slip back towards the A site. Knife still to be invested for Yampi.
Yeah, maybe waiting for any show of utility. All there's been is that audio cue and the orb, maybe. And there it is. Contact made. Investment of dart. Lovely. Might make it a little bit harder, but already Zilarok willing to try and disrespect it. That felt a little bit ambitious at best. Rose then on the scale up behind. Looks to maybe try and crunch back sight, and they've done that to a degree. But they've lost the spike in a bit of a tricky predicament. Has Profek noted that? Playing certainly close enough by. So BBL have to go on a recovery mission. They've got the spike back, but by now the rotations are here.
Plant will come through. 3v3, but Lovers Rock tagged down just 50 here in the post. 2 sheriffs in the hands of Chronicle and Durka.
Got to go at the same time if they want to try and threaten through that smoke, but BBL very much eyes on. There it is, all in, all eyes turn. Durka, technical with it. But can he find the final player? He's heard the shot rattle, 50 HP for Lovers Rock. He's got to hit the heady. Durka has got a time limit, got to get going. He does it! Lovers Rock had to be pixel perfect, and he is.
Beautiful shot. And Durka, all he needed was a connection to close this out. Again, a little awkward here in terms of contacting back out of this smoke, but I mean, Rose falling where he did with the spike almost becomes very problematic. Yampi just caught out ahead of Profek's util, cutting the sight lines, allowing him to survive for the time being. And BBL will strike first here in map 3. Closely contested for sure. And going to be one upgrade in the hands of Yampi here. Oh, nearly catching a spam from the back of the dart.
And Kreven had such a quietly impactful map too as well. He was way towards the top of the board. Really solid work from him. So let's see how he does now. Already getting off to a good start here. Nothing else noted. And again, going gambling, Vitality are not really getting what they want.
A methodical approach here from BBL in the opening 2 rounds. Be rewarded. Good progress for Rose as well towards Hunter's Fury. Even another kill or 2 here would do wonders in terms of this first ult cycle.
Enemy kill.
Alongside that though, Lovers Rock certainly another character you want to see find some early progress.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. He almost felt he could have had a chance at the second, but Profek actually going to peel away, go the long way around. They'll stick around as long as they can here, see if they can deny Vitality.
Whack-a-mole here.
No, the shock dart. I mean, he got away with murder with it, so it's only fair. And they are hunting down the final player of Profek if they can. I think he's managed to get himself a window to give it up to the spike, so try and deny full progress. But again, exceptionally strong start from BBL now.
It'll take a lot from Vitality to throw them off balance here. Beautiful shot from Kraven. In terms of, like I said, this methodical approach early on from BBL.
Player standing.
Vitality are going to go hunting here. Operator in hand for Durka already. It's a chance to have a say at least.
A little bit concerned the fact there's nothing behind it though. No shield to complement. Kind of hoping for the best here. Certainly viable, but against a bonus, that'd be a big loss.
Yeah. It's a bold move. That glass cannon here.
I just need to see a bit more from Vitality. If I'm kind of going back to my initial thoughts, that strength of schedule, the phrase I hate the most, they need a good showing now. You could excuse the first two. They're heavy hitters. But this is where it's meant to swing around. Chronicle's certainly going to put up a case for it by taking down LaRock as he tried to scale through middle. Play off those double doors, but they've given up sight. Plants in. Kreven's already got Sayonara down, and the counter swing from Kron can't trade it.
Durka now, it's going to be difficult for him to get onto an angle to really find value here.
Can't withstand
into the
anything.
smoke as well.
I think there's a tag given out, but that's not enough. Kron's still trying to be a little
Lover's Rock
tricky
not
with
noted.
it. Oh, Lover's Rock teed up. Profek as well, gonna find Rose though. And now to the 3v2, a blind shot works. It's just gonna be back and forth. They still need to get onto this spike. They still need to dig out these players. Profek trying to make some work happen. It's stunning from Kreven again. This guy is electric.
3 kills with no vision and 4 on the round for him. Beautiful stuff. That's a third converted for BBL. Vitality left scratching their heads after this one. At least initially here, the window of opportunity behind Profek's safety net.
Player standing.
Again, not able to block the fire in time. Rose's reaction is just absolute gold. Unfortunately here, there's going to be some pistols and scraps invested from Vitality. But already put on the back foot here, Lauren.
I like the idea, but Kreven's so well positioned, almost anti-flash playing behind the corner. Let's see how this sounds. They are looking firmly in the lead on the BBL side.
Açacağım buraya. Direkt gelin beyler. React
Aç
verin.
zorunu bekliyorum. Deşim
Açacağım kanka. Eren elbow var. Bir kaldı.
Aldım
Koşun,
yürü.
koşsanıza
Elbow
Kaan'la.
polisim.
Darbor smoke.
Kaan'la koşun.
Tamam. Koşuyoruz direkt.
Açıyorum drone'u. Gel gel.
Sayda maymun olacağım.
Bekle, bekle.
Side
Gerek
solda
yok şu
drone
an.
açtım. Bol açmadı adam. Burada
Tamam,
olmayabilir
solda
beyler.
gireceğim.
Burada olmayabilir. Bol açmadı adam.
Gel.
Yakın boş. Boş
Tek
boş.
cross
Bekler
alacağım,
dikkat
tek cross alacağım.
Bakayım.
Utku bombayı kur.
Ver. Kanka şu smoke gap dikkat et.
Okey okey olacağım.
Kanka ben linke kalacağım. Kaan CT baksana. Kaan CT bakar mısın?
Bakıyorum kanka.
İyisiniz beyler bravo.
Link
Uzaklarından
bende.
da kalın. GT'ye kayo. Knife attı.
CT'ye
Mid
bakacağım.
görmüyorum Umut. Mid görmüyorum.
Tamam
Bir de kol
Kaan
atıyorum.
CT sendeyim.
GT'ye bakın.
Kaan CT sağa bakıyorum.
Bak kanka sola bak.
Beyler elbow'da map'te adam görürseniz bana söylesenize. Ben sağıma bakıyorum map'e. Sola bakmıyorum.
And I think we've been fairly kind and fairly fair to Vitality throughout this run so far. Obviously waiting for Sayonara to join the roster, but by now, you kind of wanted to expect to see some results. And the fact here, they look lost without an answer, and BBL finding their footing, their comfort, their individuals starting to shine. My concerns grow louder. The MP, yes, will get a consolation kill, but that's going to be...
I'm out of here.
He wants it. He
Not impressed.
Yeah, he had it.
well.
Again, yeah, it's just Vitality looking to maybe
Go, go,
play a
go.
little more reactively based on Profek's ability to obviously have a much better say in terms of, I guess, the controller role here in terms of retakes. But, I mean, Vitality have just been sitting back and sponging these hits. They put some at a 4-round deficit so quickly. And that's the thing as well, if you let an informed BBL, if you let a team like that just dictate to you, it just becomes brutal to watch, man.
It just feels like it's all theory and no execution.
They are a team of overheating. They love to overheat. It's part of their personality. And here they're being given the opportunity to do so.
Again, just that one man on the site, the help from the Harbor coming in, but Yampi's been cleared. Site now overtaken, quick follow-up. It's all too simple. Where is the fight back from Vitality? Where is this pedigree and talent we've been touting? Once again, BBL firmly in control. 3v4, plant in, site still theirs, Viper's Pit on top. It's going to need a lot. That's going to be helpful. Sayonara removes Lover's Rock and gives them a little bit of a foothold towards building back on this B site. Loiter then fancies a go, but doesn't want to stick around too long.
Sayonara going to get onto this, so he's going to find another one.
Individually, he has made this look doable. The issue is this back line. Can they do any more with it? Dirk has fallen. Once again, we ask more of Sayonara. The one man can only do so much, and Kreven is on guard. 11-2 for the man. Absolute superstar level performance. Vitality get a timeout going. What is happening?
God mode from Kreven so far. He's delivering round after round for BBL. Even here, Sayonara does so well to even make this possible for the side of Vitality. Unfortunately, the pit there just deciding their fate available for Vitality. They need to stop this free-flowing rounds that BBL are able to acquire. Here the knives popped from Durka. Again, no plan to really set him up. It's the same 2-1-2 as we've seen in other rounds. Relies on Durka to just do so much. Previously with an operator, yes, but now with the ult in hand.
Again, still no idea as to what the plan is, right? Like, where's the information? Where's the fact-finding? For now, the canvas gets painted once again by BBL. The first piece of utility fully invested is this out drone in middle. Sees nothing. Still not sure about the site. Dirk is sitting a little bit closer towards the A site than the B site regardless. He'd have to cross middle if he wants a quick passage. So BBL are on the doorstep. Two players here, one being Kron, one being Yampi. Yampi's got ult, he's got the knife.
A big info here. It will pull the rotation. Leaves Profek sort of on an island. You can see Sayonara considering the rotation here. BBL now 45 seconds left on the clock. We'll pivot into mid. We'll get ahead of Durka and potentially have themselves a very, very favorable engagement towards A.
Profek, this is a hard position to play from. You're hoping Sayonara can help you on that cross, but that vision could be removed any moment now, and there it is. Smoke comes in, Dark comes out. Profek puts up the walls, tries to keep himself secure, but he could be in trouble. He's dead.
He's overwhelmed.
You can't hold this solo. Durka can't get there any faster. It looks done for. This is an absolute outclass. Yeah, great shot, Yampi. Fair play. I'll give you that one, but this is a complete outclass.
Yeah. I mean, at that point there, Profek's is like, there's a dart. Sayonara is so deep, he's not on an angle where he can deal with that. Profek's like, util out in hand. He's cycling util
doing what he can. Yeah,
to try and slow things down. Yeah. It's just brutal to, again, whether it be Durka or in mid or in this situation, Profek hard anchoring towards A. They need heroics from somebody to stop this onslaught. And it won't be here in round 6. BBL stretching their legs now, and a huge buffer to lean back on. I mean, look at the funds behind it now. I mean, again, no ultimates here, but Larocque and Loiter just missing one. The tools certainly going to be favoring them in the next couple. Look at it, again, it's the dart, it's the paranoia. You've got Lover's Rock getting onto the angle so quickly.
That is really nice. That was actually really nice. Yeah. I probably undersold it a little bit in the round over, but that was really nice. But the problem is, Yampi's currently top fragging with 4 kills. Like, no one's even getting involved. We're not even seeing fight back here. And this is my concern, right? Because you look at the individual parts, you even look at the coaching aspect, you look at the players, the synergies, the potential. It's all there. None of it has failed in the past. So why is it not working now? This is what we're questioning about this team. And I think we gave them a lot of freedom in those first couple of showings, even with Sayonara in the roster. Now, my concerns really show. BBL are taking no breaks here. They are absolutely going to punish, by all accounts.
And underperformers aside from BBL, if you give them this sort of tempo, and I mean give them, it's almost gifted in some of these rounds in terms of the formation for Vitality, they will run away from this.
Of course they will.
Again, once the energy gets going for them, they get 3 rounds, they're shooting bodies, like, it becomes unstoppable. It becomes suffocating.
Yeah, the stars aligning. It's incredibly hard to keep them back under heel. And it's a flat form from Vitality. Yampi, Sayonara, and Chronicle, once again, going to try and do what they can, but BBL have everything. They're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. They got the side, they got every piece of this. And even then, with all that utility, no one able to crunch towards that back line. Rose, perfectly positioned, and it's just an exit for Yampi, basically, at this point, and it's confidence after confidence growing for BBL.
Really got their ducks in line here. BBL tightened up on Breeze. It's just, what do you do? And like I said, just to come back, it's Kreven at 12 and 3, by the way.
Oh, he's sick. He's having an absolutely sick performance.
To come back to that sort of the energy, the momentum, these sort of wishy-washy discussions, unfortunately, for BBL, it's like you have to humble them in some of these rounds.
Yeah.
You have to make Lovers Rock look like a fool. You have to look
almost right. Yeah,
look like amateurs, and it's just not happening here.
No, and the more that confidence grows, the worse the problems become. But we might have a check-in this time. Actually, Vitality, because I can only imagine this is going to be a tricky situation to try and figure out on the fly. But now Kreven's got a lot on his plate here. There could be 2, 3 players challenging, but he has help. It's never an individual effort! And it's gone from bad to worse, and they just keep applying pressure. Well, there's nothing to listen to at this point, so Kron and Yampi, call it off.
And in a situation to consider holding on to what you've got, or even given the opportunity to do so here, BBL got a ton of time to slow this down.
Yeah, they can just
take their sweet time.
Let it simmer. Rock doesn't like that.
No.
And he's
this word does not translate for us, but he's going to at least pull Yampi this direction. They do actually look to pivot towards A with Lock not finding any opponent on the side. Chronicle.
Oh.
Got a second chance here, but another TP for Loiter. Get him out of dodge.
Yeah, it's honestly, as much as this is a woeful performance from Vitality, a lovely bit of form from BBL. Again, I think you kind of saw it coming on that second half of Haven.
And probably what they need as well.
Yes.
In terms of being under a heavy criticism the last few weeks. And rightfully so, following out Santiago as well. They were criticised there in terms of their ability to match up to the big talk. But Chronicles has another one here.
It's made it look interesting. You're going to need
time is of the
fast,
essence.
Yeah, and you can see them speeding up off the back of this flash through the wall. You're trying to find Lovers Rock, but the other two are on the side. Yeah, and already Kreven's going to find Chronicle. So this guy seems to be just the full stop to the sentence. BBL maintain their clean record. It smiles all around. They're out of the seats. And I'm concerned, Michael.
Very, very worried. Again, it's just a situation where we're asking Vitality to start going forwards here in a round where you can't take many risks. Again, you've got 3 to qualify, as well as winning their own match against PCF, who have started heating up themselves.
They look scary.
So it puts them in just like hanging on tenterhooks.
And we gave it till stage 1, right? That was the whole thing. We gave you till stage 1.
I gave them until week 2 or 3.
This was where the buck stops. Okay, we're going to hear from Vitality now. How are they handling this pressure?
I can ult.
Go search.
I'm ulting.
I'm walking with you as well, bro.
They are all perfect. Going to 2, 1,
Viper there. All 5, all 5.
all 5.
I can molly the spike.
I'm chilling city, I don't see anything.
I'm picking left side.
Guys, 2 on ladder. 1 is pillar, 1
Pillar.
ladder.
Okay, on top one.
What the fuck?
Perfect.
1 more ladder. Neon 1 HP.
Bro, if I kill the Jet.
Lovers Rack just completely catching them off guard. Again, you can see the reaction in the comms. But again, they just swarm the site. Yampi in a position here, pops the ult. Again, it's on a whim and a prayer to get something.
Hopeful at best. Lovers Rock. What a brilliant, brilliant moment. Yeah, it is hands in head, because look, we can say it, we can see it. They feel it too. It's not like Vitality aren't aware. This is not the performance they wanted.
And they're going to know what they need to rely on to happen here.
Oh,
we were
you're
talking about
asking for miracles.
earlier on, like, let God take the wheel. That outcome to follow on from this match is Yeah. I'd be hate watching. Put it that way.
I'll be timed out in Sliggy's chat instantly. It's over for me. And the buy, you've scraped it together. They need a round, man. Like, oh my God, and the timing. It's just perfect. BBL are walking on water. Everything is there for them. And it's a quiet game from LaRock. He's not doing much. He's, what, 5-4? But then he's just slipped the perfect timing on the doors. And then you've had to put 3 players to try and deal with him.
He hasn't needed to do anything.
No, he hasn't. He's just being annoying. Finally goes down. Yampi had to dig so deep for that. But they've lost the A side.
At what cost, yeah. There's now Lovers Rock able to get up onto this smoke. Actually going a little...
Why not?
Further forwards, yeah,
Why
absolutely.
would you respect them? Why would you? Make it hurt. Double down. You've got 9-0 to your name. And he's still going. Yampi is desperate to deny this, to stop the rot. But a 3v3 is not an easy situation either. Still got util for the post plant. Turns the flash loiter ready. Yampi again, man. He's doing work here. But finally falls as it's down to just Profek. A 1v2 that would double his score right now.
Oh, just caught a glimpse.
Rose is waiting though, and you've got confidence, you've got bravado, and you've got shock darts galore. You've got everything you need. BBL 10-0, unblemished so far on Breeze.
So brutal. BBL really playing with expectations here. Again, it can just rely on somebody dry walking up mid. Doesn't need any investment behind it. Vitality are just left scrambling for answers.
Just stick to the plan.
And the frustration certainly on display. Again, looking at that, it's the execution that's missing. Clearly, something is not being replicated here from what they've worked on.
Absolutely, Durka desperate. Desperation measures called upon, and the first time they're in an advantage situation. Lovers Rock forced to back away. Spike down in a tough predicament. Potentially they could claw back 2 here. Vitality, do not let this slip. You can't afford it as Profek there at the back lines. Kreven tries to play it forward. This guy has been miraculous. Can't do it all. Vitality finally breaking the curse to get just 1.
I mean, yeah, but you're praying for a second.
Yes.
To even make a go of this now. Come into this final round, a Hunter's Fury available for Sayonara, 2 for the Blade Storm, maybe the Null Command as well. It's the first time that Vitality really have looked decisive going forwards here. And like you said, the first time they've created an advantage for themselves. Kreven, though, will have a pit here. They can get themselves into a post. Be an absolute death sentence and an 11-1 scoreline here in map 3.
Time for Vitality to show me how bad you want it, right? BBL can play with a carefree attitude. They've got rounds for days to play with. Vitality, you have pedigree. You have champions in this roster. People who knows what it takes to be the best. Right now, you're desperate for it. Durka doing something a little X-Factory, isn't it? Can he find value, though? Chronicle's fallen, finds a back line, slices through it, spots out another. On the hunt, he is going off the chain to try and make it count. But Profek coming alive as well. 3v2, Lovers Rock and Kreven. You've got to look at that pit. It's coming out right about now.
And Kreven did wonders to find a 3K here in a similar situation previously.
Little chip on the shock dart there, but not too much. Still got util for the Vitality side. Kreven waiting for anyone to show through this.
In the same spot.
He's actually trying to find a new way to play this. Sayonara seems aware. They all seem aware, but can they still clear him? He's still waiting. Lovers Rock takes a look, takes a life, and now down to a 2v2. It's all getting messy, but still calm and cool is Kreven. As Profek last one alive. BBL handing out death sentences today.
Insane half from BBL. Vitality up against the ropes. And like I said, playoffs hanging in the balance.
Yeah, the players are going to get a break, but your brain doesn't. The halftime quiz coming up after this. this is your job, this is your team. You've carved
Super
out...
team or not,
It
this
doesn't
is
matter,
unacceptable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. And for BBL, it is just a crowning moment for them. They still need a couple more. Vitality have to be flawless. Perfection called upon.
Then Pistol's got to pay off now.
Oh, they do. To pick yourself up after a half like that, you got to be good. Okay, so we've drawn rotations towards B. An early show of utility from Profek. There's not much more to follow, and they're biding their time here.
See, Loiter now considering the possibility of somebody slipping the net.
So you got only a classic. Okay.
I mean, he's not in a position to really contest this, but Paranoia available in this retake.
But again, kind of, you can see the idea here, the concept, play it a little bit deeper, stack out towards B, play for that retake, not a problem. So for Vitality, going to get the plant, get themselves ready, get prepared. I want to see synergies, I want to see trades, I want to see good crossfires held here. Because you know that...
dominance from the start.
Yeah, I mean, but because you know the BBL are going to come back in with a fair bit of utility as well, so you've got to be able to actually trade these effectively. If you do get put under pressure, Chron already going to take a chunk of damage down to 50. Sayonara seen, says goodnight to at least one, and Yampy there by his side to take away 11 as well. Re-peek, re-hit, nice. Vitality 4 up and Creven falls. All right, that's better.
It's a long road back, but that's the first one they needed. Chronicle trying to maybe get inside their heads a little bit.
Gonna need a couple more rounds to do that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Round two
Have
gonna
you
be,
lost your mind?
Yes.
Yes.
Gonna need a solid start here.
Yep.
And again, even so, yeah, you become very critical of the round two, it being 11 on the other side here. If this is not clean, you think about then round three and the buy back in for BBL.
We're asking for perfection. Like that's, there is no kind of shortcut to that. And for BBL, they just bide their time. They could throw in a couple of mad rounds here and there as well. They don't have any issue with that. They don't have to worry about it. They earned that in the first half. So now, Vitality, can you do it again? Can you do this back to them? But now they've got the B side. No issues in that regard. And you're looking for any danger players. No one even with an upgrade here on the BBL side. Chronicle, you just stood up. You got 3 kills. Don't be dying now.
I'll give him a sheriff.
Yeah, because honestly, that might be enough.
Yeah.
After the first half, could be enough. Just classics. Sayonara's done quite well here, actually. I quite liked how willing he was to kind of re-engage on that first round. Still trying to be brave. Keep a bit of confidence. Easy to become almost sheepish when you're down in these sort of score lines. And not take even favorable engagements. As it stands, BBL looking to punish on the way out.
Might get a chance to here. There's only the one though. Larok will find the response. There's people on the other side of that. Yampy luckily wins out towards Spawn, and actually we'll find another here.
Okay, 3 survive for Vitality.
Should be enough, again, to at least contest here. This round 3. Again, just looking at what's left behind the purchaser, they have to protect it. Again, it's Profek down on 50. About the only person to struggle coming out of this. Everybody else sitting comfortably above 2K. Early progress made by Yampy towards the null command. Top of the board for Vitality. This is it. Can BBL close the account here? First buy back in.
And just because I think it's on the tip of our tongues and on our minds as well, we'll be checking on the comms with Vitality in this round because it's got to be tense.
Oof.
It's got to be hard for them to navigate. Let's hear how it sounds.
David, can you smoke cross?
Yes, smoke
and I knife double door.
Careful, close aim in, I'm not holding.
Oh, drop check.
Getting shot, I flash.
I'm reconning. I'm going close in the ground. I'm putting the wall now.
Let's go.
Putting the wall.
Flashing there, caps.
Nice, one more. Omen aim in, boys.
Going left, yeah, I'm going left.
I'm holding the wall.
Yes.
I'm all at him.
Don't stuck. Smoke.
TP down.
TP down.
Maybe top box.
Left side aim in one.
I have default.
Okay, I'm just gonna plant, boys.
But you can kill the guy aim in. He's
I will
alone.
go bricks.
Let's kill the guy aim in together, boys.
I tap once.
I'm running away from
Watch
him.
out,
It's hard
CT
to...
yellow now.
Kron, I will pick on you. Wall up, Kron.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, guys, we need to do something. Guys,
Yeah,
Hold mid. Mid one.
fight mid.
Aim it, aim it,
Back
aim it.
it's
Back for
4v2.
aiming.
It's 4v2. Hold my cross there.
Guys,
One yellow.
I can't.
I have your cross to
Guys, I will go behind me.
One more double door. Out water.
He
was yellow.
Okay.
Down to Rose now, 1v2. You could hear the tension, you could hear the pandemonium in the comms, but Rose
Durka's repositioned.
and Yampi's completely vulnerable. And now this is where the issues begin. An assumption made towards main, but now Rose can sit on this. Durka, can you get there in time? Rose is not
line of
stopping!
sight.
He's
Oh.
got him just in time!
It takes a wall bang to find that. Durka's reposition back
Risky.
into mid. So risky. Again, Rose, if maybe he's a little tighter on the angle there, could have actually stuck that all the way through, but most notably here, Yampy being the one to go be like, guys, we have to do something. Again, a call comes through, I believe, from Profek. Go kill the guy solo and aim. I look at the minimap, nobody's moving.
No one's moving towards it. Paralyzed by fear. And you see the disruption that it took from Loiter just being there. Took a lot of utility to clear him. Chronicle couldn't do much more because he was on the solo island. You don't give over the entirety of A main. You need help coming in on that. A lot of cooks in that kitchen. And now, BBL, still with a broken bite. Again, even messy as it may be, Vitality have got themselves up to 4. Up against a shaky purchase, but these are the ones that BBL can convert.
Okay, there's Larocque on a judge here that I'm looking towards. Yes, a Guardian and a Bucky alongside it, but Larocque not going to find anything over on the B side of the map here as Vitality very quickly regroup outside A. It'll be Loiter once more, and he does have the Bucky in hand.
That's my concern, because you can see the others coming over as well. Knife there. Okay, stand. He's going to try and stand and fight this. They better clear it. Let's see if that diligence is in line. Durka gets put down. Loiter's done so much work, and they're not clearing close on towards bricks. Rose now on the right side of the map, going to pop up the dart and look to see if he can get a nice little reveal. Larocque desperate to get involved, but takes a lot of damage for it. The Vitality held at the front of sight. They haven't got security.
Has Larocque been noted, though?
Yeah, I think he had been. I think he had been. Vitality did well there. I thought there was a moment where it could have potentially fallen apart. It doesn't.
Again, still certainly threat in this round, but unable to really do much damage here. Vitality probably got a little bit of a cushion. It's not much. But again, what also isn't there is that margin of error for them. Chronicle very diligent here on that final clearance. BBL will call a timeout.
I'm pretty sure we said before.
I can't remember what I said the first time around.
I don't know. You know
all I know is it looked terrifying when I read it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem good.
No.
Do you know what would be really nice? Not leaving it to others.
Yes.
That's what you
Having
probably
to do
should
the math like this.
Right, we go back in. Timeout there, buy in hand. BBL still on the verge. 11 rounds to their name, and Durka's going straight up middle. That's big information for Rose. Gonna see it, gonna note it. They're actually taking a sweet time here. Rose waiting for the time to strike, but he can't really see in front of this. Nice little slip through from Profek. Good work towards the site as well from Yampy here. There is still a man around though, so don't think it's completely clear yet. Lovers Rock is standing. And Sayonara close off the angle, couldn't quite catch him in that smoke. Larocque and Loiter. Oh, that's clean. That spike now left loose as well. They know where both players are, Vitality, but still, to try and deal with them, easier said than done.
I'm out of here.
Just into an awkward plant here. Chronicle desperate to go into the angle, but Loiter finds a ton of damage.
Oh, BBL looking like they're on the money. Larocque with a shot, and there is the first and heaviest nail in the coffin as BBL break back in, and the flawless run is going to be denied.
Chronicle just drifting onto an angle here where he's almost punished the first time around, but it allows Larocque to isolate the second player on site.
I've just checked the camera as well. They're already waving him goodbye. That's 12 for BBL. Oh, that's a dangerous game to play. Look, as much as it is 12-5. Pissing off Kron and pissing off the likes of Durka could always be a dangerous game, but they're having quiet games. Make them feel it. Why not? That scoreboard has looked dominant for BBL.
And again, for me, it's come back to the same thing I said in the first half. You need a round or two to humble these guys. Now they can just sit back on this massive deficit. 7 rounds to play, basically play with versus Vitality. Operator in hand now for Lovers Rock. In ultimates, only Loiter's TP, but on the brink of a few more game changers here for the side of BBL. If it goes that far. I mean, yeah, you're looking at like missing 2 or 3 orbs, and it's like, okay, they need 1 round.
Pretty much. Where do they decide to go? Looking to hopefully avoid Lover's Rock. But at the right time, coming back around towards A main. This could be a disaster in the making if they don't clear that close corner, and I don't think the Owl drone actually did the job. Turns anti, spots Dirk on the scale up, gets outdone. Yampy this time, good approach, big information. Kreven with a big kill. Gonna pop the ult now. Rose under pressure, Yampy clears it again. He is bulldozering in on this site. Leading by example so far, but Lover's Rock not too far away, and that wall's dropping. They've not made the cross towards the site itself just yet. Look where Yampy is. He's at the back of sight.
Or just TP behind them as well.
Oh, this is going to go weird. Yampy's in no man's land. He can't really go back towards sight because there's a problem. There's a player in the pit. He knows that Kreven's nearby. So where do you go? Someone has to help him out here. Fortunately, Profek is on the case. So do they then readdress this A site? Can they get rid of Kreven?
Now the situation, I mean, look at Lover's Rock with the operator. He's holding this rotation. There's 10 seconds left, Lauren.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds. You've got to go and plant. 7. Please. What are we doing? That's fine. What are we doing?
It's done. It's done, Lauren. It's all over here for Vitality. BBL will find the round here on the